Good evening, everybody. It's your old pal, Van Dweller, and I am here with you to watch what promises to be some pretty amazing Tetris. And that is going to be, the Masters event, semis and finals for, what is this? What month is this? August? No, it's September. No, it's August 2024, I promise you. It might say September on your calendar or your phone or whatever, but I promise you this is for August. All right, we're a little late, but we're getting it done. Today, we've got for you the following two matches and then a third match that is dependent on these two matches. August. It's August 34th, indeed. All right, it's going to be the Dengler. Yes, the Dengler. You all know the Dengler. Of course, had a great run in the Classic Tetris World Championship in 2024. The player to get the first perfect max out ever. And an all-around, seems like a good person. So the Dengler, our number one seed, making it here to the semifinals. And the Dengler will be taking on SIDNEV. SIDNEV, who has made it to the semifinals 3 months in a row. So 3 months in a row. This is the third one. And overall, I was counting, I think it was like the 17th or 18th time in the semifinals for SIDNEV. So clearly one of the most dominant players of our era. And she'll be looking for her first ever CTM Masters event victory. But first, she's going to have to get through Dengler, and whoever gets through that whole half of the bracket is going to have to get through one of the following two players. Two of the best players of our generation, Tetris, ALEXT. Of course, multi-time CTM Masters event winner, the overall score world record holder, a game crasher, and you know, ALEXT. And BLUESCUTI, the boy who broke Tetris, first ever game crasher, the reigning Lone Star Open champion, a former CTM Masters event winner. And of course, this matchup has happened 2 months in a row already in the finals. It was Tetris, ALEXT, and BLUESCUTI getting to the finals in the previous 2 months. Well, that is not going to happen this time. Instead, they're going to face off in the semifinals. So we are guaranteed to have one new, fresh challenger in the finals, going for their first ever CTM Masters event victory. And they're going to have to take on one of the powerhouses of the Classic Tetris world. I haven't seen the Premier Poll rankings that I voted on just yesterday. But I had Scooty and ALEXT, or ALEXT and Scooty as number 1 and 2. And I'd imagine, that's what it was the last couple months, I think. Anyway, so whoever gets through the top of that is going to have to face one of the top 2 players in all of Tetris. So that should be a pretty tough matchup. And, whatever. I mean, this is Tetris in 2024. So, all right, it's going to be Dengler, SIDNEV first, ALEXT, and then BLUESCUTI. And then the winner of that will face off in the finals. Let's take a look at our rules. Who even know what is this? Well, what this is, and by the way, apologies if I'm a little stuffed up or sniffly or slow or stumbly. I've been kind of getting over a cold that I've had for the last couple of days. Anyway, what is this? This is a 16-player single elimination tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris, released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game's mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified, except in the ways that we want you to modify them. Players can use any controller as long as there's no big buttons, no turbo functions used, whether mechanical or electronical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any real-time advice. No one in their ear, no one in the room, no one on Discord telling them about their own board or their opponent's board or score checks or anything like that. Just one mind per game. That is it. Do not pause unless the commentator tells you. I am the commentator, so don't pause unless I tell you. Level 18 starts all the way through the Masters event. Level 39 super kill screen and same piece sets re-rolled in between each game. Points over the traditional max out do count. Best of 5 throughout. And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which somehow, beyond all my expectations, is up to $2,712.21. That's way too much. That is way too much. But we want to thank everybody who has contributed to that prize pool. It's a staggering amount for just a regular old month. I don't know why. Sometimes these get big and it's just totally random. And we want to thank our two big contributors, of course, Jesus the Frog and Scott Gray 76, each with $1,000. Hackner is $100. Jens Axpo with 100. Skip Logic 69. K9 52. Agathis 50. Freezy Burn 50. Uncle Ungy $50. So those are the top contributors, and there have been several others. And we want to thank you all for contributing to the prize pool. Also want to thank our patrons. If you want to support Classic Tetris monthly, you can do so at patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Want to thank our Mega Masters level sponsors, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris. Want to thank Corporal 381, Shall Be Satisfied, and bracket sponsor level Cat 91, Jay in the Window, and Tacnerus. There's one more. We'll update the slide for September. And also want to thank our Sticker Club and Double Sticker Club members. And if you want to contribute to the channel and provide us regular ongoing monthly support, you can do so patreon.com/monthly Tetris. So I don't know, is there anything else we need to talk about, think about? Are there any questions I can answer before we get started? You guys should do a speed run of the rules next time. All right, no questions. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and get these matches set up, and we can get underway. Let's see. We got looking for our player number 2. I have a question. Van Dweller, how are you doing today? I'm doing okay. Not the best, but I'm doing okay. You know, I'm muddling through. What is my favorite pizza chain? Like, if I had to go to a pizza chain, like a nationwide U.S. chain, or at least a regional one. I don't know. Let's see what is out there. Domino's, a big chain. Does Papa Gino's count as a chain? Because that is my regional New England chain, and I like Papa Gino's, so I'd probably go to Papa Gino's because it's not great, but I grew up with it. Papa Murphy's is... don't get Pumpy started on Papa Murphy's. Is Pumpy here? Don't let Pumpy hear you mention Papa Murphy's. All right, well, I am looking to get our players going, and I can't seem to find... Unless... Is SIDNEV streaming? Or is she streaming somewhere that I don't know, like some other account? Everybody's got so many different accounts that it's hard to keep track. Let me just see if I'm missing something. Okay, it looks like we have a SIDNEV alert. Papa Murphy's is huge in Oklahoma. Oh, man. I mean, it's kind of a scam, I think. I mean, I don't know, like, aren't you paying, like, the prices for a cooked pizza, but for an uncooked pizza? Doesn't make any sense. I think it's kind of a mess. Gotta be honest. All right, I think there has been a SIDNEV sighting. Let me just refresh both of our both of our players here one more time so that they are caught up with one another. Oh my goodness, it looks like we've got two players. Oh my god. Okay. All right, players. Dengler didn't even have a 0 there. All right. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit off today. I'm still kind of getting over a cold, but... Bumpy Art says, I'm so glad to hear Papa Murphy's is struggling. It's there to provide low-income communities a relatively inexpensive, mostly prepared food option. I mean, I think it's there to make a profit based on a certain business model. I don't know if it's not a charity. I would imagine their markup is like way more than, you know, a Domino's. All right, let's get these players some pieces. Is Scooty still banned from Twitch? What do you mean? Oh, are you going like way, way back? Like, are you talking like January banned from Twitch? Like, no. 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 Scooty is fine. Scooty is the right age to be on Twitch. Mr. Brain says, I actually started writing the beginning of a good stand-up routine based on that Uranus discussion. I guarantee you there's no good stand-up routine that has Uranus jokes. You should also throw something about, you should throw something in there about airline food. So the pieces are going to be 9095 CB, 9095 Charlie Bravo. Oh, Colin Crispin with the totally... Yes, fun fact. All of these players will be competing in Colin's tournament. So there you go. Wow. Thank you for the illumination, Colin. All right. Seed checker works. 9095 CB. All right, folks. Well, this is it. It's going to be Dengler and SIDNEV in semifinal number 1. Let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. That's right. Our first semifinal will be Dengler and SIDNEV. You know Dengler as the player who made a pretty good run into the Classic Tetris World Championship this year. I don't know. Do I dare bring it up? Like, I don't know. I mean, the videos have been posted. Is there still spoilers at this point? All right. Well, close your ears if you don't want to hear a spoiler. Dengler made it into the semifinals in CTWC this year. Also the player who was the first player ever to get a perfect max out. Happened a few months back. A perfect max out, meaning no singles, doubles, or triples. Tetris is only on the way to a max out. And if you think that is easy, well, go ahead and give it a shot. 91,000 here for Dengler. 92,000 is for SIDNEV as we get underway here in semifinal number 1. SIDNEV, course, a veteran of the classic Tetris scene, has made it to the semifinals. I counted very roughly. It seems like 17 or 18 times. SIDNEV with the Vits has gone to the final 6 times, looking for her first ever Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event victory. And of note, their most recent big match against each other was in that very Classic Tetris World Championship event, with Dengler knocking SIDNEV out of the top 8. But before that, it was almost entirely SIDNEV with the upper hand in CTWCs and CTMs. So basically within CTM and CTW, well, it's really only CTMs. Within CTMs, it was SIDNEV defeating Dengler every single time. I think there was one CTL where Dengler might have beaten SIDNEV, but before that, it was all SIDNEV. So SIDNEV maybe looking for a little bit of retribution, but more than anything wants to get through into those finals to have another shot at a championship. 240 here for SIDNEV, 257 for Dengler. And you may have noticed that in our semifinals, our 4 players this month, 3 of them have been in the finals or the semifinals the last 3 months, right? So this month it's Dengler, SIDNEV, ALEXT, and Scooty. And last month it was SIDNEV, ALEXT, Scooty, and Eyeball, and then that was the same the previous month. So Dengler playing the Eyeball role this month, but very, very consistent for our semi-finalists, really making their case for being the top 3 players in the world. I haven't looked at the results of the premier poll, just sort of the experts poll of Classic Tetris rankings that happens every single month, run by Pumpy Heart. But, certainly those 3 players got to be top 5, somewhere in the top 5. Anybody who thinks any of those players falls outside the top 5 at this point, well, you might want to rethink that. 442 for Dengler, 382 for SIDNEV. Dengler out of the United States of America, SIDNEV out of the Netherlands. How do you get chosen to vote in that poll? Well, you have to ask Pumpy about it, but I think it's broadcasters and journalists. So if you're a prominent broadcaster, I guess if you do CTM Masters, then that barely gets you in. Oh, and Ryan Ambergy. Yeah, all those people plus Ryan Hamburger. 454 for SIDNEV, 513 for Dengler. Tetris says Ryan is basically the head anchor of Beepo Monk News. Did I just mention Beepo Monk during a Masters broadcast? Oh my word. Dan V, can you bleep that out? I don't want to open up that whole kettle of fish. In fact, just delete this entire bracket. 604 for Dengler, 505 for SIDNEV, and SIDNEV's playing great, but Dengler, very, very efficient, has gotten used to playing, a minimal Burns style. He really grinded that, that perfect max out was not just an accident where, let me just play some PB games and just happened to get one with no burns. No, that was a specific goal that Dengler had and did a lot of study and grinding for it. SIDNEV, by the way, into 19, 602. Dengler here, 677. And now 701, still on 19 for Dengler. Yeah, Dengler made that a goal. Studied Tetris AIs and practiced all the stacking and made a ton of attempts, a long grind. And I think that grind for Dengler is sort of what catapulted him into this kind of now sort of in a higher echelon of players than I think he was before that grind. So that sort of worked out for him. 781 for Dengler, 661 for SIDNEV, up a little bit high on 19. It's going to take a sim and get a Tetris to bring this stack back down. Dengler Tetris over 807 on 21 and another Tetris 835 here on 22. 692 for SIDNEV through the same lines. So a 140,000 point lead for Dengler through the same lines. Someone in chat saying just like Fractal with PAL colors. Yeah, going for these individual achievements. And, you know, not necessarily just getting the highest PB, but these other kind of niche achievements does seem to help players get to a whole other level. I mean, who'd have thought? Practice works. Who would have thought? 950 for Dengler, 759 for SIDNEV. Now, remember, we do start out on level 18. There's 130 lines of that, 100 lines of 19 speed. And we transition to level 29, where the speed will increase again. And then there's a terminal, basically level 39 super kill screen that's implemented. So players right now about 40 lines away from the level 29 speed increase. Dengler's got the max out on 25, actually more than a max out plus. SIDNEV 863. Other Tetris Dengler. So huge pace. You know, both of these players, and certainly SIDNEV has a reputation as kind of a pace lord. But right now it's Dengler with the huge pace. And this is great pace for SIDNEV, of course, but there's a dirty Tetris and actually setting up for another one. Dengler really with his first slowdown of the entire game right now. Just about 20 lines to go until 29. So he's going to need to bring this down. This is going to give SIDNEV, if she can stay efficient, a chance to close the gap here a little bit. Max out for SIDNEV, 28, gets another Tetris, A37. Dengler is now clean and clear and has 2 more Tetrises available before 28. There's one. He's just a couple thousand points short of a 1.2 headed into 29. SIDNEV is the first one in and has an A76. It's going to uncover that right side and get a Tetris. Dengler is in at C34. So Dengler with about 120,000 point lead and has a few lines in hand. Tetris for SIDNEV, B55. SIDNEV certainly with much more competitive experience at the highest levels than Dengler. So we'll see what's going to happen here. But Dengler with a big lead going into 29. It's kind of a line dependency in the middle of the stack. SIDNEV's just going to have to bring this down bit by bit. Dengler with a Tetris, D26. There's one for SIDNEV, C08. Still about 120,000 point lead or so for Dengler. This is going to be tough to chase down. I mean, Dengler, if he can just kind of keep staying alive and keep getting points and just continue to put lines on the board and get closer and closer to that 39, where it's basically unsurvivable. Tetris over for Dengler, D86, but SIDNEV closing the gap a little bit, D06. And there's another Tetris for SIDNEV. He's back by about 80,000 points again, but is about 5 lines ahead. And another Tetris for SIDNEV. So SIDNEV starting to pour it on. Very efficient here on 29. You would say that SIDNEV probably has the advantage here on 29. And she's starting to close the gap even more. Dengler setting up for a Tetris. There's one for SIDNEV, E88. She's back by about 10,000 points. Now, she does have lines in hand. That left side is going to have to be dealt with. That's going to slow her down a little bit. Dengler trying to stay alive here, but it's now SIDNEV in the lead. F42. Dengler's going to take it back with an F61. SIDNEV's center of the board, kind of a problem. A covered well, going to uncover here, waiting for the bar. Trying to keep that well open. Brings the stack back down, and Tetris to the right side. That left side is going to have to be dealt with. That's going to slow SIDNEV down. And this could give Dengler what he needs to be able to get this lead back. SIDNEV with the rollover. And Dengler needs a Tetris and more here. SIDNEV going to top out at 0.51. Dengler needs one more. If Dengler gets it, he can take this game. What did he get it? Dengler's going to get that Tetris just before level 39, and Dengler will win game number 1. SIDNEV was behind the entire time, started to take a lead with a much more efficient 39, and Dengler stayed alive long enough to get those, to get that last Tetris that he needed on level 38, and will take game number 1. Crazy. Where a 1.65 is not enough. Dengler with a huge game. SIDNEV with a huge game as well. Double rollover and almost level 39. What a game number 1. Holy moly. And yeah, you can see Dengler with that early pace. I mean, that was the difference. That was the difference. And what's scary though is SIDNEV is certainly capable of the same paces and more. And maybe better on 29 plus. So we'll see what happens in game 2. I mean, that a wild first game. Wow. All right, new pieces. New piece is going to be 6-7, 6F, 8-3, 6-7, 6 Foxtrot, 8-3. Yeah, SIDNEV must have had... Yeah, what was the transition? It was about a 1.1 at 19, right? I mean, it was a huge deficit and had the score lead. I mean, that was crazy. Whoops on YouTube says, what did I miss? Oh, my word. I don't know how much longer I can do this. All right, 676 F83. Okay, we're good. Both players are ready. Let's get him started in game number 2. Dengler up 1-0. 3-1 Tetris. Oh, bro, I don't know if I'm tired already, but I am just... I mean, that first game is just wild. Just, you know, I mean, it really takes it out of me. Kip, true enough, true enough. It's also like super warm in this room, so I don't know. I've been fighting a cold war, pun intended, with Sue a little bit about the temperature. Like, she keeps putting the thermostat up. I keep sneaking it back down. All right, 48,000 for Dengler as we get underway here in game number 2. And SIDNEV yet to Tetris through 13 lines, so has a Tetris well open, and there's Tetris number 1. So I'm going to fight through a little bit of traffic early on, SIDNEV. And, you know, it is early in 18, so not necessarily a big deal, but we did see that basically that 18 and 19 pace was the difference. But really, the 18 pace was the difference for Dengler in that one. All right, Dengler with a little bit of an awkward setup, but he knows all the weird ways for stacking here. But this could be a problem for Dengler. This is kind of what we've seen Dengler in the past, maybe a little aggro up top here. So we'll see what he can do to try to bring this down. SIDNEV with a good stack down the bottom. Going to take some concentration here from Dengler. 169, 164 from SIDNEV. Dengler fighting, and Dengler's going to top out at 169. So the chase down is 170 for SIDNEV. That long bar gets over. And that is a point for SIDNEV, a gift from Dengler to SIDNEV. And it's so hard to give a game like that to such a dangerous player as SIDNEV. Cousin Avi, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Blue Scooty's grandpa. K9 watching Tetris with the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits, by the way. 16 minutes ago says, go SIDNEV, go. Thank you very much. K9. Hemalizer with the 12-month resub 41 minutes ago. Thank you, Hemalizer. I missed that. That is 12 months at a time. Thank you very much. Let's give these players some new pieces. And by the way, this is September on Twitch. So if you want to be a subscriber to the channel, this is the time to do it because subscriptions on Twitch are 30% off. They are 30% off. So if you're like, you know what, I'm probably just going to sub every month anyway, do the responsible thing and just subscribe all at once for the year now. New pieces are going to be FEE515. Thank you, Squirrely. FEE51F. Sorry, I said that wrong. Let's say that again one more time, definitively. FEE51F, Foxtrot Echo, Echo 51 Foxtrot. FEE51F. 30% off on the website only, not with the app. All right, yeah, you should probably never subscribe over the app because Apple forces Twitch to add on more because Apple needs a cut. Clematis Bijou with the $2 super chat says, you got this, Dengler. Thank you very much. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. What was once the best of 5 is now the best of 3. Dengler and SIDNEV. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Really tough to give up a game to a dangerous player like SIDNEV. You know, it may have been a game that SIDNEV won anyway, even if it had gone deep, but you want to give yourself a chance here. But then again, Dengler, you know, playing his game, hyper efficiency early on, getting that pace. So we'll see how Dengler adapts for this game number 3. Oh, nice spin tuck there for SIDNEV with that T. I always call it, in my head, it's a rumble tuck because that's what I used to call it when I was a kid, when you would like spin tuck that T specifically. I didn't think to call it a spin tuck because I don't think I really knew any spins when I was a kid. Like, not that I would do on purpose. And SIDNEV up top near the top of the board had it covered well, so gonna have to bring this down. That was a little bit scary for SIDNEV in that moment, but just gonna take it down with a Tetris 83,121 after a Tetris for Dengler. I was not calling them spucks as a child, but I knew that you could do that. Like, I knew that you could rumble that piece in there like that. But I didn't know I certainly didn't know the line spin. That would have changed my whole life. Tetris SIDNEV 155, 170 for Dengler. He's trying to bring this down. Has a really pesky gap there in column 2. He's going to try not to allow that to fester. Of course, the game giving him S's and Z's when he really didn't need them. And here's ones he can use finally. $226 for SIDNEV in the lead, 183. But here's a Tetris for Dengler, 206. There's one for SIDNEV. So about a 2 Tetris lead right now for SIDNEV. Dengler back by 4 lines. It was going to get those 4 lines. So actually about a 1 Tetris lead when their pieces are the same. All right, SIDNEV with some work to do in the middle of the stack. And that's just going to cost a couple of burns here. Well, maybe a few more now that... Yeah, it's cost about 4 burn lines. 275 here for SIDNEV. 254 Dengler. Couple of long bars here for both of them. They will each get 2 Tetrises off the back of those bars. So must have missed that one. Gilded Lizard said that J adjustment for the L was disgusting. I missed it. I got a lot of balls in the air here. 347 Dengler, 346 for SIDNEV. So just about the same pace, same lines. Neck and neck. Tetris SIDNEV 392. There's one from Dengler 393. Vanny. It's Clematis Bijou. Well, Clematis Bijou, it's Vandy. How about that? Vandy, who's the person you've most enjoyed doing co-coms with? I wouldn't say... I'm not a person who can usually say this one thing is my favorite. You know, I usually have to give you a list, but, you know, love Ben Mullen, Scout. The few times I've been able to do it with Scout, Sharky, and Lone Star was excellent. Yeah, those are probably, you know, the three names that come to mind. I'm sure there are others that I'm forgetting and someone's all offended and sad, but... Oh, yeah, Jasmine was really good at Lone Star. 509 for both of our players. Dengler gets a Tetris and another one, 555. Colin. Colin, see, this is it. If you name anyone, then someone's in chat is going to say, oh, what about me? Yeah, I don't know. I can't, well, let's put it this way. I can't think of many bad experiences, and I'm not going to tell you who the bad experiences are. So chances are, if I've done co-coms with you, I have enjoyed it. 583 transition for Dengler, 564 transition for SIDNEV. EBM5 gives out 5 community gift subs. Thank you. Dog Watching Tetris gave out 20 subs. Thank you so much, Dog Watching Tetris. EBM9 gave out another gift sub, and Hemalizer gave one out as well. You guys are going nuts. Cole Bucket with the Prime resub. Thank you very much. Cousin Avi gave one out to Blue Scooty's grandpa. So thank you very, very much. Shinobi cheered 100 bits. Says buying a hype train emote and supporting the channel. Winning. I don't know anyone who said winning since like 2010, but thank you very much for the bits. Tetris for SIDNEV 729, 725 for Dengler. So the players are keeping it close. Varchild with the sub gift. Thank you very, very much. Varchild, sorry. I was going to say Subchild. Dengler, Tetris, 765. And they have the same line count and SIDNEV ahead by about a Tetris. There's a Tetris Dengler. It's hard to keep up with all the... You're all giving them away during 19, so I can't properly thank you all, you know? I'm trying to focus on the Tetris. And Dengler trying to focus on the Tetris as he cleans up this board that's got a bunch of holes kind of concentrated over on that right side. So trying to take this down, 809. He's finally going to get clean and clear. SIDNEV now clean and set up for a Tetris. And there goes a long bar down the Tetris well for Tetris for SIDNEV, 890. Thanks for the raid, Sharky. 13 viewers. Wow. All right, bit of a spire here for SIDNEV and a gap. This could get a little scary, but nope. SIDNEV's going to take care of it. As a long bar dependency down the middle. And it's going to cover that with a T-piece. Now it's complicated on that right side. I mean, there's kind of gaps over on the right. There's that center well that needs a bar. We'll see how SIDNEV attacks this one. 908. This is going to allow Dengler back into the lead. Oh, that's a beautiful L piece for SIDNEV to uncover. That's going to be a triple to help bring the stack back down, and just in time, because 29 is pretty darn close. 988 for Dengler, another Tetris. He's got the max out Has one more available before 29. 962 for SIDNEV, who's got a Tetris available now. And DENGLER is into 29 at A59. All right, DENGLER going to get a Tetris, but misses with that Z piece in the middle, so he'll have to build around that. A37 for SIDNEV, who is into 29, now into 30. About a Tetris and a third behind. Both players are low, but messy. SIDNEV's right side, a little bit of a mess. So she's going to have to go up and get that piece about 6 rows high. And finally, we'll uncover that, and now can maybe stick something down there to bring this down. And DENGLER with a good clean board. SIDNEV still fighting here, trying to bring this down. DENGLER set up for a Tetris, gets a long bar over Tetris. B48 for DENGLER. He's ahead by about 70,000 points. The board's starting to climb a little bit, and you can see the concern face going on in the middle. Oh no, and DENGLER's going to top out at B49, so the target for SIDNEV is B50. And she's bringing this one down, is 60,000 points behind. That's less than 2 Tetrises, and she is bringing this down. Still not quite ready to Tetris, but has a lot of time. It's about 45 lines to do this, and that is a lot of time. So the target, B50. And now SIDNEV has a low board. Going to kind of miss with that L piece to the left, so that's going to slow things down, but not going to be too much of a problem for SIDNEV as she looks to just kind of single and double this out. Now has plenty of time. That was a triple, I think, B41. And so just about 6,000 points away from chasing this down. And a Tetris there in column 7. It's going to seal game number 3 for SIDNEV. GG's. So DENGLER was able to come out to a bit of a lead while SIDNEV was burning, but then ended up with gaps over, was Tetris ready, ended up with gaps in a covered well, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Mad Pear says, I love how post chase downs are literally now the same as post chase downs used to be. Yes, thank you very much. Level 39 super kill screen. All right, new pieces. New piece is going to be 7F65A0. 7F65A0. All right, Avrix is wishing for a SIDNEV Timber. All right, the pieces are 7F65A0, right? Didn't we do that? 7F65A0. I got a hype chest. Okay. You missed emote. I got a hype chest. Well, that's very nice of you, Twitch, to say that. No one's ever said that to me before, that you've got a hype chest. Appreciate it. Wow. 7F65A0. When you've got, when you're ready, that's fine. It is semis, so. Galileo Sunshine says, my hands are literally shaking right now. It gets like that. SIDNEV needs a moment. No problem. We can run an ad. We are going to change the pieces, though. We are going to change the pieces. But we're going to take a break real quick. So you can go ahead and practice. We are going to switch the pieces out when SIDNEV comes back. In the meantime, But in the meantime, I have no promos. Where did all my promos go? Oh, they're all gone. Well, I have nothing to promote right now. I don't know where my promos went. They're all gone. Yeah, where did my oh yeah. Vandy, do you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? I could not solve it right now. But there was a while I was kind of sort of getting into it, and my best time was like a minute 51 seconds. And honestly, that was good enough for me. Like, I do not need to get a sub 10 or something like that. So if you asked me now to do it, I couldn't do it. I forgot all that stuff. But I don't know, there was like a good couple of months where I was like sort of into it. Maybe I'll get back into it again. All right, we're going to get some new pieces for these players. The new pieces are going to be 2A, D3, A9, 2A, D3, A9, Aaron says, sub 10 is fun, but not worth the effort. I solved 2 cubes and got a max out at the same time, and that was peak, though. All right, 2A, D3, A9. 2A, D3, A9. All right, both players are ready. It is game number 4. Dengler needs to win to stay in. SIDNEV is on match point. Let us get him started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It was fun to do. What I actually liked was the Rubik's, like there was a cube app on the phone, so that was actually fun to do practice on. When I was like on a plane or didn't have my cube near me. So I don't know, that was fun because I could at least memorize or at least apply, test my memory as it were. All right, Dengler with a couple of Tetrises, SIDNEV with a couple as well. We still got the seed checker on the screen, get rid of that. Chef Boyar Jeebs says, how's everyone's day going? Well, that is a question for the whole chat and YouTube. How is your day going? Let us know. 139 for Dengler. We'll get a Tetris. 164 SIDNEV after a Tetris. Dishwasher 010 says, it's funny how many classic Tetris players are also cubers. I guess it's something to do with blocks, or I don't know. Pattern recognition, that whole thing. 170 Dengler, 191 for SIDNEV. About a 2-line difference. All right, SIDNEV getting into a little bit of a dig here. That square doesn't present too much of a problem on that right side. In fact, SIDNEV set up for a dirty Tetris on the left well. 4 rows high, gets it. And now Dengler with some garbage. Not sure how he's going to kind of handle this, but Gonna have to get something down there. Oh, look at that. It has an actually clean board. It was a Vits. Kind of didn't notice the Vits. And gets a couple Tetrises there into that column 3. For some reason I just didn't register in my head as a Vits. 333 Dengler, 270 for SIDNEV. SIDNEV will get a Tetris 292. To me, it just looked like a mess. But not so bad. Oh, did Jasmine miss it? Oh, no. All right, boards on for both players starting to climb a little bit. All right, both players trying to bring this down. Dengler sort of on a downward trajectory. SIDNEV sort of on an upward trajectory. This is going to be a problem for SIDNEV. And she's not going to be able to bring this down. Maybe a little bit, trying to go a little bit too perfect here. And she's going to top out at 323. And Dengler is good in game number 4. Oh, that's the seed checker. There's a decider. I know. I don't know if my heart can handle a decider. I agree. All right. Let's get these players some pieces. The pieces are going to be 7-0-0-2-7D. 7-0-0-2-7 Delta. Oops, sorry about that. I just hit the mic a little bit there. All right, players taking a little bit of a... Oh, we might have to... We'll see how long Dengler is gone. If he's back in the next 10 seconds, we'll go with it. Otherwise, we'll have to redo the pieces here. All right. We'll keep him. You got just in under the wire. 7-0-0-2-7D. 7-0-0-2-7D. Galaxy Biscuits is just setting up his tasks. Indeed. All right. Well, it looks like both players are ready. It is game number 5. The winner makes it into the finals. Let's see who it's going to be. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Someone asking who I think will win the tournament. I don't say things like that. That would not be fair. All right, Dengler going to fix the stack rather than get that first Tetris, but gets a long bar for Tetris number 1, 22,800 for Dengler, 22,801 for SIDNEV. Who's your favorite player ever, Vandy? I don't know. That's I don't know. If we can talk about retired players and not active players, 5 below there for SIDNEV. I'd probably go Richard. Brenny KFT. Both players, all Tetrises to start off. Dengler with another one. 5 straight Tetrises to begin the match. SIDNEV will take the first burn of the game and get a Tetris. Dengler still all Tetrises so far. What's a 5 and below? It's where you use a blue J, and instead of putting it flat and putting a incoming square on top of it, you set up a square tuck with the blue J by putting it upside down. You get a little bit of a flatter build with that. $207 for Dengler, 188 for SIDNEV. It's 99% a meme, though, not going to lie. I don't know. I think you get a better leave. Especially if it's over on the extreme left. You don't create a little notch. $255 for Dengler, $280 now for SIDNEV. SIDNEV ahead by 7 lines. Oh no. Both players 280, basically pretty similar line count. Board starting to climb for both of these players. They're both going to have to take burns to bring this down. Dengler's board not as flat, but able to kind of get some flat burns going out of here. And this is a problem for Dengler on that left side. And Dengler going to top out at 285, and SIDNEV is going to the finals. So Dengler did not have his board built out, and so he couldn't take any burns, and finally just kept stacking in that middle, and eventually just didn't have any burns and no room to maneuver. And Dengler will top out SIDNEV, going to the finals in a very quick decider, because players did exchange gifts. You know, some kind of early-ish top-outs, and certainly early top-outs exchanged. So SIDNEV will be moving on. Let's put the 3 right there. And, I mean, we're not going to watch an entire Mullen from like 70 lines from SIDNEV. So we will set up our next match. And if statisticians want to go over to SIDNEV's board and follow this all the way, but we are not going to do that. Marfram, you're going to have to go. It's not a true Mullen. I mean, nobody can be expected to watch a Mullen from 70 lines in. So I don't think that is reasonable. So we're not going to do that. If you want to watch that, you can go to SIDNEV with an E. All right, there's an aggressive top out. I don't know what that is. We'll let the statisticians worry about it. All right. Let's go to... Well, that doesn't count for stats. It looked... I don't know. That I'm not in... I don't know. I'm not in charge of stats. I don't concern myself with that. All right. Let me go ahead and report this match, and then we will set up our next match. Okay, so it's 2 and 6, right? All right, I have no idea what I'm Oh, so Alex T is like watching Scooty and he's praying. All right. It's very dark in Alex T's room, but that's all right. Shadowy Alex T. I don't know exactly where he's going to be set up, but all right. Scooty, consistent setup. You love it. Nope, I'm getting texted. Why do I have notifications on? Stop it. Oh my God. All right, I have no idea how to set up. I mean, there's so much chaos in Alex's room right now. I guess I could do that. And this. I guess so. If that'll work. All right. It's going to be the shadowy Alex T versus Blue Scooty. Just give me a moment. I'm going to just take one more moment while they warm up. I shall return. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and give these players their pieces. There they are, AB9A62. AB9A62. Player one camera. A little bit. Got some of that Tetris there in the way. Move Scooty over a little bit. Thatchy. I did think it was weird when they were calling Alex Thatchy. Like, you know it's Alex, right? You can just call him that Alex, right? All right, I don't know what's happening over on Scooty's side. Maybe he's getting a heating pad for his feet, or no, he's plugging in the phone. Katie Bug says, I'm a blue lever. All right, players, the pieces are there. The pieces are AB9A62. And if we have to wait much longer, then I might have to change the pieces. Usually if we get to the point where we're giving pieces out, we don't expect the players to be getting up for significant periods of time, but okay. Alrighty, Roo. Let's see. AB9A62, AB9A62. Both players appear to be ready here in this game number 2 of our semifinals. We've got ALEXT and BLUESCUTI. Let's get them started. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. ALEXT is the winner, the reigning winner of the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event. And in fact, he's won this event 3 times in a row. That is an active streak, so he is going for 4 in a row, and that would be the first time, if he can do it, that would be the first time anyone's ever won this event 4 times in a row. Before this year, only one player had ever done it, and that was Corian, who did it twice. He had 2 separate streaks of 3 in a row. And then to begin 2024, Fractal had 3 in a row, January, February, and March. And then it was Alex in... Was it January, February, March? Is that what it was? Yeah, January, February, March. Then April, May, July. We didn't have a June one for ALEXT. So ALEXT going for 4 in a row. And overall, ALEXT has won 6 CTM majors, including Mega Masters. BLUESCUTI has won 2. He has won a CTM Masters event, and he also is the reigning Lone Star Open champion, having won that just, 6 weeks ago in Austin, Texas. BLUESCUTI, the boy who broke Tetris, ALEXT, the boy who has all the current Tetris records and is the reigning CTWC world champion. So there's a lot of, these players have very good Tetris credentials for being so young. And both of these players, they were the finals matchup in the previous 2 months. So last month, this was the finals. The month before that, that was the finals. Can't happen this month. They're on the same side of the bracket, so they're going to meet here in the semifinals. ALEXT, of course, taking both of those. And another notable matchup, well, actually, yeah, BLUESCUTI, ALEXT was who BLUESCUTI defeated to get his first Masters title. And another notable thing, The first live event that BLUESCUTI ever went to was our Lone Star Championship 2023. And the player who knocked BLUESCUTI out of the top 8 was ALEXT. So these two have quite a history. Too many facts, really. Of course, BLUESCUTI would come back and win that event the very next year. So he's probably not too broken up about it. 360 for ALEXT, 370 for BLUESCUTI. So yeah, this is kind of emerging as a rivalry. Both players from the United States of America. Both of them game crashers. BLUESCUTI was the first. ALEXT was number 2. Alex with the highest score on the leaderboard. BLUESCUTI with the third one. 429 for ALEXT, 417 for BLUESCUTI. Yeah, the May and July finals were both sweeps by ALEXT, so maybe Scooty with a little chip on his shoulder. I don't appreciate being swept in the finals, bruh. 523 for ALEXT, 456 for BLUESCUTI. These matches are best of 5. You'll see the zeros next to their names. Those are their score for this match. It is a best of 5, so that means the first player to get 3 in that little spot is the winner of the match and moves on to the finals. 507 here for Scooty into level 19. We do start on level 18 here, professional level Tetris. 616 for ALEXT into 19. About an 80,000 point lead or so. Level 18 speed lasts for about 100, well, not about, it lasts for 130 lines. You get to level 19, it increases by 50%. That lasts for 100 lines. Level 29, it doubles for 100 lines, and then there is a terminal, or at least it's intended to be terminal, super kill screen at level 39. Tetris for Scooty, 610. 692 for ALEXT. Both players are going to Tetris. Alex with about a 60,000 point lead and back by about 4 lines. Terminal makes it sound like an illness, says Game Scout. All right, a little bit of a drought here. Get out your trouts. Oh, there's a long bar for it, Scooty. As soon as you start talking about trouts, the bar comes. So just keep seeing trout over and over again if you're playing, and you'll never get droughted. 843 for ALEXT, 783 for BLUESCUTI. Scooty gets a Tetris. Right now, Alex back by about 6 lines and ahead by about 30,000 points or so. All right, Alex creating a gap in the stack. We'll have to uncover that. Does so. Creates another one, skims it away. So just trying to get a well-timed bar with the well open to bring the stack down. Takes a skim, gets a Tetris. 942 for ALEXT, 912 for BLUESCUTI. Tom J on YouTube has come around to the super kill screen. If I remember correctly, Tom J was an early vocal anti super kill screen person, but it seems Tom J has come around. Both players have max outs now. Scooty just 5 lines away from the 29 speed increase. Tetris for ALEXT, A91 as he gets into 28. And B26 into 29 for Blue Scooty. 100 lines of this speed. He's got a 1.163 long bar over Tetris Scooty, but he's got a high center. He's have to dig around that. Alex is in at B08. He's going to take a triple down that right side. I think that was a triple. And when he's trying to uncover, he gets uncovered. Long bar over Tetris. ALEXT. B58, C52 for Scooty. Alex uncovers another Tetris over for ALEXT, B99. Scooty getting set up for one. He's going to have to skim this away. He gets a skim, a long bar over for a Tetris. D00 for Scooty, C42 for Alex after a Tetris. And these guys can really, really go here on 29. And drop in Tetris. Another one for ALEXT, C86. Now, Scooty is ahead by about 9 lines. And oh no, ALEXT with some problems on the right side. He's taking some combo burns here, trying to bring this down. He's trying to get anything he can to the left to just sort of build it out. Oh, a beautiful double for Alex. They'll bring this down. D00. E12 here for Blue Scooty, who's 11 lines ahead. Alex trying to work this down. A Tetris for Scooty, E58. And Alex is just fighting this stack downward, and it just won't go down, and it's starting to climb again. Meanwhile, Scooty keeps putting up scores here. He's almost up 200,000 points ahead, and Alex just cannot work this down. Scooty with an open well on the right side, and getting droughted, gets a bar over, but he's got so many gaps. And I don't know if Alex is going to survive. He will not. He's going to top out a D33, and Blue Scooty is good in game number 1. We'll watch him mulling it out. And Alex just fighting way too high on 29. I mean, when you see what Alex was able to do for so long, that high on the board on 29, I mean, that is a top-level Tetris player right there. I mean, it looks like he didn't succeed, but how do you even survive? And Blue Scooty will get the rollover. He gets into 39. He's got the 1.689 to Alex's 1.33. 3. So another stellar game number 1 with our semifinals players. And Alex really had the pace lead the entire time, and it was only just that snarl that he couldn't fight his way through around, what, level 31, 32? All right, let's get these players some pieces. Should we just replay the same seed? What do you think? I'm sure the players would say no. All right, F8, D7, 1F. F8, D7, 1F. Seeds are different, guys. Seeds are different. Alex, F8. F8. Got him. We need to make a seed checker character. So if anyone has an idea for a seed checker character that I could have peeking over the top of this seed checker, I am open to submissions. All right, F8, D7, 1F. I'm just imagining a little character peeking over that seed checker. Maybe we get the bear to do it. All right, it looks like both players ready. Time to steal Moo's Parrot. Aaron, you realize I made Moo's Parrot, right? All right, both players are ready. It is game number 2. Here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yes, I did make the parody parrot because Moodus in his room always had that parrot hanging, like, you know, on the wall or on the closet. And he was, of course, one of the early promoters of the concept of parody. And so I made a parody parrot for his channel in CTL. Yeah, I made that. So we got to come up with a good character and a good name. Now it can be a bear. It can be the CTM bear. Smart Smella says, where did the bear even come from? Well, in 2020, really 2019 and 2020, a group of Tetris players decided as a meme to speed run the Game Boy Advance game Extreme Sports with the Berenstain Bears, and we went even so far as to make up a stupid world championship for it, which is actually one of my favorite streams that I've ever done. But anyway, for that community, I made a bear emote, basically taking one of those like Pepe Frog things and making it into a bear. And then it just kind of went from there. 107 for Blue Scooty, 121 for ALEXT. And eventually I wanted to get away from using that Pepe bear, and so I had Hydrant Dude reconceive the bear and just make it, you know, a totally separate, unique character. 133 Blue Scooty, 167 for ALEXT. Yeah, so if you know, this is lore that's too deep, but it's 18, so who cares? But if you go to Moodus's channel, I believe let's see, the parody parrot I made, and then there's his Moo Crew badge or whatever, which was kind of a parody of Jonas's Stew Crew. Well, I made the Moo Crew emote as well. 259 ALEXT, 247 for Blue Scooty. And Scooty pushing down, which is weird. And you can see Scooty rolling and also getting some push down points. What is parody in Tetris? Very simply, it's when you have a bumpy stack due to having basically an uneven number of T's. And it's basically a T dependency in your stack, essentially. 338 for Blue Scooty, 354 for ALEXT. But since T's are so flat, you don't always see it as, oh, I have a T dependency. It just looks like a jagged board. 361 for Blue Scooty, 377 for ALEXT. And there, the chat is happy to give you all the technicalities that I glossed over, mainly because I don't understand them. 453 for Blue Scooty, 469 for ALEXT. All right, 517 here for ALEXT through 108. 525 for BLUESCUTI. He's going to get a Tetris, so will ALEXT. So separated by about 4,000 points and one line. Very, very close. Tetris for Scooty, 617. 129 for BLUESCUTI. 616, ALEXT into 19. Scooty is in at 641. So big paces from these two players. All right, Scooty having to kind of pile high on that column 10. In the meantime, he's kind of making a L or J dependency in the middle of his stack here. All right, he's going to skim it away. Now he's got an open well, 649, waiting out the bar. And getting droughted. Nice tuck over that right side, but Scooty up high on the board, and this is a drought. And there is the bar. Didn't even need to get your trouts out. 703 for Alex, 681 for BLUESCUTI. Yeah, that tuck up really up high for Scooty is so crazy. There's a spin for ALEXT. And he'll get a Tetris off the back of that. 759, 713 for BLUESCUTI. And the downstairs neighbors going crazy. I wonder if they're watching, you know? But they're going nuts. Oh, that bar for Alex. You can see kind of a double flip for Alex. You do see that a lot for Alex. I don't know if that's his controller, if that's him or what that is. Probably a controller thing, but with the bar, you do see it more often with Alex, those double flips where he just kind of ends up creating these bridges. 825 for him. 819 for BLUESCUTI. Someone asking why Scooty's colors look different. It is different capture card or different consoles. Like there could be clone console involved where it's not an original NES, but times it renders colors differently. So either the capture or the console. 864 Alex, 882 for BLUESCUTI. All right, Alex taking a couple of skims here. 899. Scooty in the lead, but that left side is kind of a mess there with that T to the left, but he's able to get a Tetris to bring the stack down and another one. So now that left side much more easily accessible. And I think Scooty going left well here. We'll see how long he stays there. You can see he made an adjustment to sort of limit the time that he spent on that left. And so fairly efficient for Scooty. He's got the max out A56 at 221. ALEXT with the max out on level 27. So there's a Tetris Scooty. Scooty does have a real lead. Pieces are about the same and a little more than or a little under a Tetris lead there for Scooty. Well, maybe 2/3 of a Tetris. Scooty's into 29 at B31. And a Tetris for Alex, B08. And I think Alex will have, if he can get a Tetris here, but no, he's going to end up having to take a triple. B17 transition for Alex into 29. The speed has doubled for both players. Alex trying to bring this down. Tetris for Scooty there. It looks like column 4. B84 for him. B63 for Alex. And another Tetris for BLUESCUTI. C25. There's one for Alex at C02. And Alex taking the skims here. Another Tetris for Alex, C47. Scooty setting up, gets a Tetris. D09. Alex setting up. Scooty sets up and gets one. Alex right now back by about 50,000 points in 5 lines. So it is pretty darn close. That left side could be a problem for Alex. He's going to bring that down with a triple. Oh, no, and Alex is going to hang a bar, but then get another one over to that left. Clutch survival from Alex after he misses the 5-tap like a couple times in a row, but able to clutch up and get a bar to that left. D28 for him. And now he's trying to bring this back down so he can start scoring again. Scooty bringing this back down. And he's going to get a Tetris. E36 for Scooty. Scooty just 31 lines away from the 39 super kill screen. Alex gets a Tetris. D89. He's back by 50,000 points and 5 lines. So it is a pace lead here for Scooty. That left side, okay, is going to be cut off, but he's going to get a Tetris to bring this down. Alex trying to get a good board. He's set up for a Tetris. Long bar over Tetris. Alex, E46. Scooty's board getting high in the center. The left side, yes, he's going to get a piece over there. He's going to build out that left side. Try to get Tetris ready again. E97 for Alex. F11 for Scooty. Scooty gets a Tetris. F58. He gets some more points here. F70. Alex at F47. He's got 2 more Tetrises available. Scooty gets a dirty Tetris into 39. And he's going to top out with 0.24. Alex needs a long bar in the middle. He gets it, and he gets another Tetris after 39. And that is going to clutch game 2. Clinch game 2 for Alex D. Oh, my God. He's set up for 1. He got it. He was able to get another one and get a long bar in on 39. And he needed it, and he got it. Holy cow. What a finish in game 2. Oh, my word. Wow. So Scooty got that dirty one over on the right side, got a few other lines, which could have been the difference on 39, but Alex gets 1 and then 1 more. What a crazy, crazy finish in game number 2. Ay, ay, ay. How much is a Tetris on level 39? Well, it's the 40th level, so it's 48,000. The level plus 1 times 1,200. 48,000. Ay, ay, ay. Scooty's like, what else can I do, man? What's the highest combined score game? Not this. Whew. Too old for this, man. All right. Players, when you get back to the menu, I'll know you're ready for pieces. Feel free to take a moment. But when you get back to the menu, I'll know you're ready for pieces. And then I will give them to you. Poyo asking the important questions. Is it over for Blue Sushi? All right, players, if you're ready, I will send you the pieces. Just Alex, if you want to go to the Zafanya menu for when you're ready. That's a huge Tetris, yeah. Grandmaster with the good point. I mean, that Tetris is the difference between being down 2-0 or being tied. All right, I'm going to assume Alex is ready. He just doesn't know. All right, we're going to give the pieces. All right, there we go. New piece is going to be BF4461, BF4461. Thanks, Ben Squirrely, for the pin. Ricky Bot says, I love blue spaghetti. BF4461. All right, just need it ready from both players. Strider says, yo, Vandy, any chicken sandwiches, comma, tonight, question mark? Not today. Although, you got me thinking about one, but, man. Strider says, is this happening now? No, this is actually happening on September 5th. Wait, WTF is a Scooty. It's a star. All right, Alex is running back. We should be good. All right, both players ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. It's gonna count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Starting off with the T is O-L-S. T-O-L-S. This game is taking its tolls on my heart right now. Josh Tolls. True. So, yeah, what a first couple of games between these two players. Game 1 was amazing. Game 2, even top that one. I mean, how can we possibly get any more exciting? Strider says, the winner plays Vandy. Oh, my God. It'll be over in 5 seconds. You know, my career playing Masters players in the modern era is exactly one game, and I'm happy to have a winning record. You know, I took out Dog, and that's enough. Vicious Rhubarb says, I told an IRL friend that I hosted a classic Tetris tournament on campus last weekend, and she literally asked if BLUESCUTI was there. BLUESCUTI. Strider says, when is CTWC? Anyone know why they changed the date to earlier this year? Well, CTWC is the same time next year as it was this year, and it changed locations to Pasadena, California. And since they have the event at a Retro Fest, the Retro Fest in Pasadena is at a different time than the one in Portland. So that is why it's at a different date. .202 for Alex T as we get underway here in game number 3. 280. BLUESCUTI, he's going to get a Tetris 303. So right now is a 100,000 point lead, but also 5 lines ahead. So like 1 or 2 Tetrises. And for those of you who are fans of CTWC in October, just because their World Championship is no longer in October doesn't mean there is nothing in October. There is the Jonas Cup that will be happening at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo in just a few weeks. The Jonas Cup is a DAS tournament, an IRL DAS tournament run by the Classic Tetris World Championship. I'm going to be there. I got a hotel. I got a plane. I'm going. I'm going to win. 376 BLUESCUTI, 296 Alex T. Oh, not in October, actually September. Yeah, it's September, the last weekend of September. .422 BLUESCUTI, 342 Alex T. So that is probably the event that I'm most looking forward to until next CTWC is a Jonas Cup. Will Vandy commentate at Jonas Cup? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they'll even let me in the door. I'm going to try to get in. Tetris for Alex, 393. 490 for Blue Scooty. I'll take a live camera and I'll try to get into that event and film it live. I'm sure it'll be fine. 519 for Blue Scooty, 417 for Alex. There's 2 lines separating them. Alex going to get a Tetris. Scooty Mom says there's a regional in Stillwater, Oklahoma, October 25th through the 26th. Oh, I didn't know that. Is that anywhere near the WinStar Casino? Because maybe I'll go. $467 for Alex, $530 for Blue Scooty. All right, Scooty going to cover the well, uncover. Is 8 lines away from 19, gets a Tetris. Set up again, takes the Tetris into 19 at 584. And Alex looking for one more. This would be about a 340 if he gets it. He gets it, and it's a 541 for him. All right, Tetris for Scooty, 660, 570 for Alex. Tetris for Alex, 597. Scooty up about 117,000, but Alex gets a Tetris. And Scooty and Alex has a few lines in hand as well. Not too many. This is a substantial lead for Blue Scooty. And as we saw in that first match, you know, these early 18 and 19 leads can make a difference. Tetris for Alex, 707, 800 for Scooty. Looks like Scooty missed a line spin, according to the chat. But, you know, at least he tried. Blue Scooty setting up a dirty Tetris 1 row off the bottom in column 7. Taking a couple of skims to keep it alive. Reestablishes, gets the Tetris. I don't know if that was a kind of an adjustment or a misadjustment or what Scooty was seeing there. I didn't see it. We'll see what Scooty's going to do here. This could give Alex an opportunity to close the gap a bit. 826 for him, 881 for Scooty. Scooty setting up column 4 and gets a Tetris, 915. And now Alex T on the left side. A little bit of a problem. He's going to clear all this away. Is he going to build up for it? No, he's going to take the triple to be safe. He's not going to do anything crazy. And Alex is setting up for one, 876. Long bar over Tetris, 908. Same line count. And Alex back by about 40,000 points when they have the same lines. But Scooty burning a little bit here up near the top of the stack. And he's going to bring it down, open up that well on the right side. A long bar over Tetris for him. He's got the max out going into 28. And Alex is going to get it just before 28. So Alex slightly ahead pace-wise. But that can change with even just a small little burning sequence. Scooty is into 29. He's at A78. A stands for 1 million points, B for 1.1 million points, and so on. And we run out of letters at F. A57 for Alex on 29. Scooty's board starting to climb a bit, gets a long bar over for a Tetris. He uncovers that right side. He's got to bring this down, exposing the gap in the middle. Meanwhile, ALEXT going to get a Tetris. B02. Scooty needs something for the middle. He gets a long bar in. One more would be great for a Tetris, but he has to cover. And he's got to misdrop that S to the right. That's going to be a problem for Scooty. And he's not going to recover. So we're in a chase down here. B72 is the target for Alex. Under 20,000 points. He can chip this in with singles and doubles. So Scooty was just about there, but kind of misdropped that S piece. And Alex is good in game number 3. All right, let's get these players some new pieces. 5-2-E8-7-9. And few things changing, but one thing I do want to, any players who are watching, normally in the past, what we've done is waited to pay the prize pool out until all the videos have been edited and posted to YouTube, but we're not going to do that anymore because contributions that come from the upload YouTube folks, almost nothing. So there's no reason to make you wait for the prize because almost nothing gets contributed from those videos. So we'll pay you pretty much right after. It's just the argument was, oh, let's wait until everybody's had every last opportunity to contribute, but it's like it's like nothing. It's like almost nothing. So it's really the live audience, everybody here on YouTube and Twitch that are carrying that prize pool, and we really appreciate it. All right, well, SV is SV greets that news with calling me dumb. Thank you, SV. Appreciate that. No problem. Dano222 with the 2222 Canadian. Thank you very much. All right, both players are ready. Let's check the seeds. 52E879, 52E879. Both players are ready. All right, the rule applies for everyone except for SV. We're going to wait for SV until the videos are posted. Okay. All right, let's get underway. ALEXT needs to win one more to advance to the finals. BLUESCUTI needs to win one to force a deciding game number 5. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I wanted to mention that during the non-VOD portion of the broadcast. But thank you to everybody who has contributed to the prize pool. Jesus the Frog, Scott Gray, huge contributions. Taknerus, Jens Axpo, Skip Logic, K9, Agathis, Freezy Burn, Uncle Ungi, very generous. Also, Game Scout, JD Turkleton, Arbaro, Quinn Culver, Game Scout again, Uncle Ungi again, Rogue Potato, Tom J, Abby Normal, Supdaft, Winter, Supdaft again, Real Bland, NMC, Whoops, Biggie Mac, Reinbold, and GS Cookie, all with the direct contributions to the prize pool. Thank you so much. I'm sure the players really appreciate it. Dano222 on YouTube with a 2345 super chat. Already had the 2222 and now the 2345. Thank you, Dano222. All right, same score, same lines for these players, but not the same stack. Well, actually, it was not too far apart. And players super close in lines and score as we get underway here in game number 4. These are best of 5s. The numbers next to their names are the number of games they have won in this match. And it takes 3 to win the match. So that means Alex is on match point. Rogue Potato with the $15 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. The amazing player SIDNEV is waiting in the wings. Waiting to play the winner of this. Both of these players have won previous Masters events. But the player who's waiting has not. And she'll get another shot right after this match. 307 for ALEXT, 295 for BLUESCUTI. Scooty's board a little bit messed up here. There's a few gaps in the stack looking to uncover. Okay. Trying to work these away. Ends up putting a little more weight on some of these, but getting it worked away. 304 for him, 357 for ALEXT. Well, Dano, the YouTube live viewers definitely make a prize pool contribution difference for sure. So it's really the live audience that is carrying the whole thing. $358 for BLUESCUTI, 408 for Alex. Scooty still working one row off the bottom. Has there ever been a Masters player representing an African country? I'm not sure. I can't recall. I don't think so. $450 for BLUESCUTI. There's a Tetris 473, 500 for ALEXT. Yeah, but Mohammed represented a Middle Eastern country, I believe. Not an African country. $519 for BLUESCUTI, $570 for ALEXT. I don't remember. It was complicated, actually. $532 for BLUESCUTI, $594 for Alex. Both players now into the 1930 Tetris for BLUESCUTI, $585. $622 for ALEXT, still on 19. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's just going to take the skims. He's not going to mess around. Oh, ALEXT going to miss with that T-piece. What the heck? Are you serious? Dano222 with the $222.22 super chat. What the heck? Oh my goodness, look at that. Imagine. Wow. Thank you so much, Dano. Really appreciate that. I mean, I don't know. It's in Canadian dollars, though, so I don't even know if those are real dollars, but I appreciate the sentiment. $50 US from Brandon Reeves on YouTube Super Chat says, really enjoying the show. Thank you very much, Brandon Reeves. Oh, my goodness. I can afford health insurance this month. Thank you so much, guys. 733 for Alex T, 760 for Blue Scooty. Very, very close. Scooty taking a skim, gets it Tetris, 822, 792 for Alex T. Another Tetris for Alex, 830. Scooty in the lead by about a Tetris, but also by about 8 lines. So Alex T with the pace lead. There's a Tetris Scooty, 926 on level 26. There's a Tetris for Alex, 931. I think that one for Scooty as well, 960. Tetris for Alex, 971. Blue Scooty's got the max out. He's on level 28 with 7 lines to go. Gets a Tetris, A67. 29 is looming. Alex got his max out. He is on level 27. And Scooty is in BO6. Alex getting set up. He's going to uncover that right side. Long bar over Tetris. A81 for Alex into 29. Blue Scooty gets that triple dirty in the center to uncover that stack. Alex T gets a Tetris, though. B21. Scooty uncovers and gets a Tetris. C00. B23 for Alex T. Alex gets a skim and a Tetris. B65. C08 for Blue Scooty. Scooty's 10 lines ahead. Tetris for Scooty, C49. About 80,000 points ahead for Blue Scooty right now. But also about 9 lines ahead. Tetris for Alex T, C14. Another Tetris for Alex, C53. Scooty getting high in the middle here. Needs something for that right side. Takes a skim. Another skim. Trying to weather this little mini drought. Long bar over Tetris. Dirty 1 row off the bottom. Scooty, D55. Alex trying to bring this board down, but he's got gaps in multiple columns. Scooty clean, and Tetris is D98. All right, Scooty now running into problems. Alex getting high in the center. Has to work hard not to hang a piece here. And needs to get pieces left and right. Another Tetris for Scooty, E54, starting to run away with it. Has about 160,000 point lead now. Scooty with 29 lines to go. And the center is going to have a gap, and he's going to top out E57. So Alex T with a chase down, 30 lines to do it, needs an E58. Really just needs an E57 and change. So Alex trying to weather this. Needs over 100,000 points. That's about 2 Tetrises and change. There's another Tetris, E42. 2 great Tetrises here for Alex T, but that left side is a problem. So what is he going to do? He's got to work it down. He's got 13,000 points to go, and he needs to work this down. How is he going to do this? Oh, and he's going to miss a T-spin. He's trying to grind out lines here. E55, and he's trying to grind out lines, and he can't get there. He can't get there, and he's going to top out about 2,000 points shy of what he needed. He was grinding out lines. As he was topping out, he was trying to find anything he could. And he just needed like 2 more lines. Oh my word. Scooty is going to survive and take game number 4. Yeah. You know, those misdrops to that left side. I mean, he was there because Alex got those 2 Tetrises that he needed, and it seemed like kind of a chip in, and then those 2 kind of under-rolled them to the left, and that was really what kind of led to the whole problem here, and he was able to grind out some lines, but just needed 2 more. It's crazy. Okay. Humble God said, this makes me need blood pressure meds. I know. I hear you. All right, new pieces. 193D7E. 193D7E. Put it right in the middle. I mean, where do you put it? There's some for you. There's some for you. I guess we'll just put it down here somewhere. Or maybe I should put it like right here. I don't know. Where should I put it? Now I don't want to jinx anything. All right, 193D7E, 193D7E. It's random. Okay. Both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 1. The winner goes to the finals. We'll see who it's going to be. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We're starting off with the OSLT. I can't take it anymore. Alex and Scooty have met up in the finals in back-to-back months heading into this tournament. And this match right here is playing like a finals. Alex wants a shot to make it 4 Masters events in a row. It would be a record. Scooty knocked out of the tournament in the finals 2 months in a row by ALEXT, and wants to win to have another shot with one of the best players in the world waiting in the finals. 92,000 here for ALEXT as we get underway. Scooty gets a Tetris 116, and ALEXT is going to match that as well. Right, Alex gets a Tetris, leaves himself with kind of a T-spin setup here, but it's not going to wait around for that T. Just going to work this down line by line. And, you know, when you think about how close some of these matches are at the very end, just like this Game 4 we just had, and you think about the lines that are burned early, and you think, oh man, were it not for just a couple of burned lines, the match is totally different. But you can't think that way as a player. You just got to make the best play you can at the time. I say, oh boy, what if it comes down to these 2 burned lines? But you still got to survive and get there. Tetris for ALEXT, 234, 236 from BLUESCUTI. Basically 1 line apart, 1,500 points apart. Yeah, they've probably started school already. Most places, I guess, start at the end of August. Now, we didn't. When I was a kid in New England, we didn't start until after Labor Day. I get to Texas, I find out, like, most schools start before Labor Day. I mean, what is that? Like, really? Like, come on. $309 for Blue Scooty, $327 for ALEXT. You're assuming the schedules are trying to accommodate the players' times. Yeah, we get them all in a room and we say, all right, when are you available? And we work within the parameters the players give us as much as we can. Sometimes we ask them to flex a little, but yeah, I mean, going to school before Labor Day seems insane to me. ALEXT with that left side getting up super high, able to get pieces over and stash them away till he can get just what he wants for that right. And he's looking for like a J or something, or like an S for that right side to resolve that little tuck setup, and never got it. So he ends up just having to burn it away. Gets a dirty Tetris though. Had to salvage some pace, but kind of droughted for those two pieces he could have used. 437 Alex, 476 for Blue Scooty. Another Tetris Alex, 460. What time is it for SIDNEV right now? I don't know. It's certainly after midnight, but this is I think this is the time when SIDNEV is up. So that's the time she gave. So ALEXT with all kinds of junk there in the middle trying to bring this down. So yeah, we don't go, oh, you must be awake, because, you know, we almost always are able to get it within the players' schedules that they give us. So $495 ALEXT, 552 for Blue Scooty. Tetris ALEXT, 544 into 19, 600 into 19 for Blue Scooty. So that's about 3 Tetrises difference with level 18 scoring. Now, back in the old days when we did have a set schedule, that is when it was especially inconvenient for some players. And, you know, they had to decide if they wanted to play or not, but now it's much more flexible. 605 for Alex, 705 for Blue Scooty. Alex fighting to bring this down. He's still low enough. Corporal 381 with the 172.70 contribution into the prize pool. That takes us up to 2899.99. ALEXT gets a nice J piece for the middle to uncover the well, make it flat again. Thank you, Corporal 381, for the contribution to the player prize pool. Tetris for Scooty, 775. 676 for ALEXT. Alex back by about 120,000 points. And Scooty's got a couple lines in hand here. Tetris for Alex, Tetris for Blue Scooty. By the way, if I didn't thank Abby Normal half hour ago for the tier 1 sub, thank you very much. And Miles with the raid. I'm looking at the aggregated chat. It's like multi-platform chat here, and it doesn't bring everything into it. So my apologies if I missed your raid or bits or subs. Thanks to the raid Das Tetris as well. All right, Alex trying to uncover. Does uncover. Scooty's got the max out here on 27, A61. And a big lead here, about 150,000 points over Alex. Just about the same line count. Scooty's into 28. He's got the 1.132. And we're just really one Tetris away from 29. The speed will double, and we'll have 100 lines until level 39. Scooty with a Tetris CO6. Alex fighting here to bring this back down. Tetris for Scooty, C43. Another Tetris for Scooty, C80, just pouring it on. Alex still fighting to bring this down. That left side for Alex, he's gonna need to bring this down. Triple to the right side will help access that left side a lot. Scooty just flat and stacking for Tetrises. It seems like so easy right now for Scooty. C96. He's got a over 200,000 point lead, about a 240,000 point lead. Alex is back to flat and clean. He gets a Tetris A99. Scooty at D40. Another Tetris for him. There's one for Alex at B40. That left side is another problem for Alex. He's going to get a Tetris. He's going to have to bring this down and waste more lines. Meanwhile, Scooty keeps Tetrising. E35. Another Tetris for Scooty. E75. Alex sets up for a Tetris in 2. He knows he's far behind. He knows he doesn't have lines to spare. And we are just about 45 lines away until the level 39 super kill screen. Alex is going to miss with that bar. So now he's going to need a couple here. He's trying to fight to stay alive. Takes it down with a triple. Needs a bar. And takes it again. Oh no, he blocked it again. Alex is going to top out at C49. And Scooty is going to win the decider and go to the finals. So we will not see a 4 in a row from ALEXT. Scooty with the rollover on 36. ALEXT congratulating Scooty. A great 3 months performance, really 4 months performance here for ALEXT. 3 wins in a row. Gets to the semis and takes it all the way to a decider against the number 2 ranked player in the world. And what are you going to do? Both players played amazing. Now, I know ALEXT is not going to be playing next month, so even if he had taken this down, there would not have been a 5 in a row. But Alex will not be playing in Masters next month, so we will. Now, he will be playing the DAS tournament, I hear, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank you so much, ALEXT. Congratulations to you. But Blue Scooty, the job's not done. You've got one more match to play. We're going to give these players a few moments or minutes to sort of do what they need to do. We'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes and then sort of get this all cooking. And we'll be back. All right. Well, players, if you are ready for your pieces, you can be on the menu. If you still need a moment or two, I can understand BLUESCUTI just coming off of a pretty exciting win. You never know. Do you want to, like, all right, I got my momentum, let's just keep going? Do you want to take a breath? I don't know what players want to do. I think some want to do different things. All right, Scooty going to take a moment here, and then when Scooty gets back, we will give the pieces. All right, as soon as Scooty comes back, we will do pieces. So, SIDNEV, if you want to take another minute, that's cool. Yeah, do not take a 1 hour break. Grandmaster Ubero says, I think the 4-peat is dead forever. Maybe Scooty can get 2 or 3, but 4 is extremely unlikely to ever happen. But yeah, but you could have said that in January, and then 2 people got 3-peats, and that's just 1 away from a 4-peat. So I don't know about that. Everyone in chat has got something. Yep. All right, Scooty is back. Indie Rocker 81, Joey, thanks for the Prime sub. Here are the pieces for the players. It is E0BCC6. E0 Bravo Charlie Charlie 6. Echo 0 Bravo Charlie Charlie 6. All right, we'll check seeds. E0BCC6, E0BCC6. The seeds are good. The players are better than good. Everybody is ready. I am ready. It is time for the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters Event August 2024 Finals. It all comes down to the next 5 or fewer games. Let's see what happens. We'll count it down and then talk about the players in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So, SIDNEV on the left side of your screen. One of the best players in the world. Our number 5 seed from the Netherlands has made 6 appearances in the finals. And I think, 17 or 18 appearances in the top 4, looking for her first Classic Tetris Monthly Masters Event Championship. BLUESCUTI, the boy who broke Tetris late last year, early this year, made international news as a viral sensation after a deep run in Classic Tetris World Championship 2023, decent run in 2024. And hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. And I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 116 for SIDNEV, 80,000 for BLUESCUTI. BLUESCUTI, the winner of a CTM Masters event December 2023. And the winner of the Lone Star Open Championship in Austin, Texas, that we run. SIDNEV in column 8. Just playing Tetris is out of column 8. Now gonna transfer that well over to column 10. Notable matchups: BLUESCUTI and SIDNEV did play against each other in CTWC 2023. SIDNEV beat BLUESCUTI in the semifinals to get to the finals of that event. 227 for BLUESCUTI, 199 for SIDNEV. But SIDNEV did, BLUESCUTI made the top 4. SIDNEV made the finals, and on her way to the finals, took out BLUESCUTI in the semis. And just last month, BLUESCUTI and SIDNEV met in the semifinals. And that was BLUESCUTI taking that one to get to the finals against ALEXT. And those are the major things that I could find between these two players. I think they may have met in CTL as well. One of the many other leagues here. BLUESCUTI, I think, was maybe trying to double tuck that T to leave a Vitz, but not going to work out, so clears away fairly easily. 332 BLUESCUTI, 327 SIDNEV. So it was BLUESCUTI last month versus SIDNEV in the semifinals. It was SIDNEV versus ALEXT the month before in the semi. I mean, or what was it? Well, no, it was SIDNEV versus Eyeball, right? No, it was BLUESCUTI versus Eyeball, then Alex versus SIDNEV. So really, it's just these same 3 players playing each other, Scooty, SIDNEV, and Eyeball, in different configurations in the semis the last few months. Clearly, we are talking about 3 of the best players in the world. I haven't checked the most recent Premier poll, but I would not be surprised if all 3 players came in the top 5 in the world. 421 SIDNEV, 407 for BLUESCUTI. BLUESCUTI, I think, has an exhibit or is an inductee or whatever in the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame in recognition of his accomplishments, being the first game crasher. 476 BLUESCUTI, 490 for SIDNEV. Tetris, SIDNEV 558, 482 for Blue Scooty. Both players into 19, 491 for Scooty, 584 for SIDNEV. So about 100,000 point lead into 19 for SIDNEV. These matches are best of 5, so you see the 0 next to their name. That is how many games they have won. This is game number 1, so nobody's won a game yet in this match. The first player to 3 wins. 547 Blue Scooty. Tetris over in column 10. He's going to build out that left side now. SIDNEV with a Tetris 667. Scooty uncovers that right side cover on the well and gets a Tetris over 626. So Scooty hoping for kind of a slowdown here for SIDNEV, but SIDNEV known as one of those players who can pace and pace pretty hard. As many high 600s into 19. And really, SIDNEV does not really ever slow down. I mean, just goes for it, but a great creative stacker. Blue Scooty himself, a great stacker, more gambly kind of play style. Takes a lot of what look to me like risky chances, but finds his way, out of the situations. So two of the top players in the Tetris world right now. 846 SIDNEV, 733 for Blue Scooty. All right, Scooty trying to bring this down, trying to build out that left, trying to wait for a well-timed bar. Gets a couple of bars he can't use for Tetris's. And they come for SIDNEV. She could use one of them for a Tetris. 980 for SIDNEV, 818 for Blue Scooty. And that lead for SIDNEV widening. And you can see their captures. They're on the same level, but their colors are radically different because of their hardware at home, either their capture card or their actual NES or whatever version of it they're using, whether the original or a clone console. A32 for SIDNEV, 959 into 29 for Blue Scooty. The speed has doubled from the previous level, and it's amazing that these players, I mean, it never ceases to amaze me how they can still play at these speeds. B08 for SIDNEV. That is a 1.1 million. She's going to get a Tetris B47. Scooty at A73, about 70,000 points behind. A Tetris over for Scooty B14. That is a 1.1. A C is a 1.2. And so on until we run out of letters at F. And then it starts with the 0, 1, 2, 3. I'll guide you along, don't worry, if it's your first time. C38 for SIDNEV, B35 for Blue Scooty, setting up one row off the bottom. Scooty got to uncover, trying to reestablish it well. Now he's just going to take this all the way down, or he's going to set up in the middle. This is very Scooty-like to try to set up a center well Tetris here. He's going to be set up, and he gets a Tetris there in column 5, B93. So is he going to try to maintain this well? And the thing about a center well is it can be costly to maintain in terms of the number of lines you burn here. So we'll see how long Scooty decides to stay with it. And he gets a long bar in the middle for a Tetris. He's going to try. Oh, no, he's going to take it down. C51, and that's going to allow SIDNEV to expand the lead to E26. That is a 1.4 million. And Scooty down the center, I think, kind of falling victim to that center well. It's just so hard to maintain two different stacks. Scooty tops out, and SIDNEV is good in game number 1. so hard to maintain even one continuous stack on level 29 speed, much less to maintain two separate ones and trying to keep that one in the middle. But I think Scooty did recognize that he was behind and maybe trying to be a little bit more aggressive. To try to make up some of that difference. So SIDNEV up 1-0 over BLUESCUTI. All right, Grandmaster Ubero, thanks for your contributions. All right, let's get these players in pieces. I like how you're announcing that you don't care what happens and that you're leaving. As if, oh, well, forget it. Okay, yes, everyone, Grandmaster Ubero is leaving, everyone. I know you're all upset. All right, the new pieces are E0 BCC6. Is that right? Did I? Oh no, I'm sorry, F5 DDDA. F5 DDDA. No one pinned it. Everyone's a mod. No one's pinning it. F5 DDDA. How many more mods do I need? F5 DDDA. Oh, FCR, you want to be a mod? You can be a mod. You want to be a mod? They're going crazy outside. All right, mod, do you not have a criminal record? All right, well, I'll have to check on that, but I'm just going to mod as many people as I can until I never have to pin a seat again. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2. Well, let's get him started. SIDNEV up 1-0 over BLUESCUTI. 3-2-1 Tetris. Thank you, Broman Chini, which sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like an Italian pasta or something. Bromancini. Sounds delicious. Thanks for the Prime resub, or no, the Prime initial sub. And also thank you, Dom Potty, for subscribing for 6 months at Tier 1. Appreciate that. I missed that. That was 12 minutes ago. And Cousin Avi also gifted a Tier 1 sub to Jasmine. Appreciate that as well. In this combined chat that I'm looking at, it doesn't always show me all those things, so you know that I do appreciate it, even if I miss it. 117 for BLUESCUTI as we get underway. 116 for SIDNEV. SIDNEV generally starts off the game with 1 pushdown point. There's going to come a time, you know, in our DAS event, we are running a DAS playstyle Masters level event. And now I think twice in 2 months, we have had a player that was topped out and another player chasing them down who had tied that player's score. And then as a meme, did pushdown points and then topped out to just win it by a couple of points. There's going to come a time when that one pushdown point from SIDNEV will make a difference. But that's something she's been doing for years. 213 for BLUESCUTI, 232 for SIDNEV. Only one did it as a meme? Well, it was meme, right? Against Giovanni, and then it was dog versus Giovanni, and both of them were done as a meme. But if you're saying only one did it as a meme, then I think you're making a joke. Okay, got it. A little slow in the uptake. All this amazing Tetris has beaten me senseless. 286 for SIDNEV, 272 for BLUESCUTI. Hemolizer 5000 with the 100 bits. Thank you very, very much. Scooty at 342. SIDNEV at 356 after a Tetris. Is ahead in score and behind in cleared lines. So a higher score in fewer lines for SIDNEV equals more efficiency so far. Bro Mancini says, I gotta know, was it you that was yelling out neck and neck after the commentators said it on the CTWC YouTube vids recently? Me? It wasn't me. I wasn't there. That was the first CTWC I've missed basically since 2019, so I wasn't there. If you're asking if it's me. I'm usually not the guy in the crowd who's like shouting like neck and neck or boo, you know, like I'm not usually that person. 462 for BLUESCUTI, 494 from SIDNEV. I mean, I might go along with a chant that is already going, but I'm not going to initiate a chant. I'm not that guy. 543 SIDNEV, 489 for BLUESCUTI. Indie Rocker says Vandy starts the wave at baseball games. Yeah, see that I'm not the guy that starts the wave. I'll do a wave half-heartedly if it's coming around. I'll participate, but that's about it. 545 BLUESCUTI. There's a Tetris 569. 616 for SIDNEV into 19. Another 600K plus transition for SIDNEV, who I feel like must be like the all-time leader in 600K 19 transitions. I don't know. Could be speaking out of my you-know-what. But I don't know. SIDNEV has got a lot. 666 for SIDNEV. Tetris, 691. 597. Because SIDNEV plays almost every single month. And SIDNEV, one of the best pace players. And BLUESCUTI in a little bit of trouble here. Has a long bar dependency. He's got to bring this down. Exposes that long bar hole and needs to work this down. SIDNEV, meanwhile, uncovering. BLUESCUTI bringing this down. That long bar is going to help. He needs a quick long bar just to get some breathing room here. But he's going to uncover the well again. Just wants that bar for the Tetris to cap it off. Never really feel fully dug out until you get that concluding Tetris. Uncovers again. Brings it down, and there's the Tetris, and you can always see the wave of relief washing over the players when they cap off that high dig with the Tetris. Even if they get that well open, you know, objectively they should be safe, but it just doesn't feel 100% done. So 693 for Scooty. There's a dirty Tetris. 723. 748 for SIDNEV. So Scooty at 754 through 193. There's a Tetris. About 8 lines in the future, Blue Scooty is. Tetris, SIDNEV 881. There's one from Scooty, 860. Scooty's into 27. SIDNEV still on 26. All right, Scooty getting up a little bit high here. Fills out that left, takes a skim on that right side, is now into level 28. Takes a triple to bring this down. Long bar over Tetris. He's got one more available if he can fill it in. It looks like he's probably not going to get it. Long bar in for a triple. He's into 29 at 928. SIDNEV at 992 has 2 Tetrises available. Scooty getting up high on the board, but gets a Tetris over on that right side, one row off the bottom. Has got to bring this down. Tetris, SIDNEV into 29 at A66. Immediate long bar does not go to the left, though. We'll see if she can get one of those over there, and gets one and gets another one to help bring this down. So clutch here for SIDNEV. A76. A02 for Scooty. He's got the max out on 31. Both players with dirty stacks. Scooty trying to bring his back down. SIDNEV just one piece away and does get this stack cleaning in and gets a Tetris. B35, A20 for Blue Scooty. SIDNEV setting up center well, has to bring it down immediately. Now Scooty ahead by about 14 lines, so just about 55 lines away. He's gonna set up center well again here. One row off the bottom, takes a skim, gets a Tetris. We'll see what Scooty's going to do. Did he miss with that bar, or was that on purpose? We'll see. Oh, that left side for Scooty is a problem. So we'll see what he's going to do to bring this down, and he can't do anything, and he's going to top out at A82 or in level 34, and SIDNEV is good in game number 2. So SIDNEV gonna go up a very strong 2-0 here in these finals. It's a best of 5. And that means that SIDNEV is on match point. 1 game win away, potentially, from her first ever Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event win. We'll give these players their pieces. B6 4E17. B6 4E17. And Deck with the pin. Thank you, Deck. This is how it always happens. Is I put the seed in, and the newly modded person, they're very motivated, and they're, oh, I'll get it. You know, the first broadcast, and then you never see him again. And you're like, oh, I'll never pin one ever again. And then I got to keep modding new people over and over. B64E17, B64E17. Chef Boyard Jeep says, when I tell you I mod for eyeball, I do a pretty good job. I don't know if a mod for eyeball is great on your mod resume. All right, it looks like both players are ready. In game number 3, it's a best of 5. SIDNEV on match point. Scooty needs to win to stay in the tournament. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, Commodore Friday. And Frodo Dodo. I just never want to pin another seed again. If that means I have to mod 80% of the CTM population, I'll do it. Scott Gray, are you serious? Coming in with another contribution to get this prize pool to $3,333.33. Oh my word. What the, this is just a normal Masters, A $432 contribution. It's a regular Masters. Thank you so much, Scott, for the contribution and for your previous contribution. Amazing. $139 for Scooty here in game number 3. $138 for SIDNEV. SV says, very aptly, there is no regular Masters. True. That is true. What is the prize pool at currently? It's at the top of the screen. It's literally the numbers that are on the screen is what the prize pool is at. 208 Blue Scooty, 210 SIDNEV. SIDNEV with a line dependency column 3. Just going to fill that in and work it down bit by bit. Scooty getting up high on the board, but able to uncover that right side. Get a long bar in for a Tetris and to bring it down. Burrito Dad, the $4.20 contribution. Thank you, Burrito Dad. Scooty gets a Tetris 350. SIDNEV 307. Mr. Brain says the prize pool is 1/300th of $1 million. Yeah, so we just got to do what we've already done, just 300 more times, guys. That's all. All right, Scooty's starting to get a little bit high in that column. 8 and 9 gets a long bar over and another one for a Tetris to bring it down. 419, Scooty. Looks like Marfram is back with the 600K transitions statistic. And looking like it's Dog, maybe? Oh, that makes sense. SIDNEV's got to be up there, though, right? K9 watching Tetris with the $94.57. Coal bucket. Nope. Never would do that. People are contributing for the event they want to contribute to. Why would it be up to me to change their mind for them? 518 for Blue Scooty, 492 for SIDNEV. Tetris Blue Scooty 563, 516 for SIDNEV. Oh, you know we've played a lot of games when we get to the toast song. That brings us to $3,432.12. Tetris Scooty 656 transition into 19. Another Tetris for Scooty 680. SIDNEV won't quite have enough, I don't think. Well, maybe. Yeah, will not quite have an. Oh no, just does barely get the 600K transitions. So another one. SIDNEV. Scooty looking to get a long bar over Tetris. He does 708, 625 at Tetris for SIDNEV, 650 here on level 19. Marfram says, I think she just passed Fractal in lifetime 600K transitions with that one. It's pretty good. 681 SIDNEV. There's a Tetris 707. 788 SIDNEV with the Vits set up. There's the bar for the Vits and a bar for the Tetris and a bar just for fun, I guess. 734 SIDNEV. Blue Scooty with kind of a high center. Biggie Mac with the 2466 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you, Biggie Mac. Tetris for Scooty 848. He's got about an 80,000 point lead. There's another Tetris for Scooty. There's another Tetris 905. There's one SIDNEV. That gets us to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the prize pool. All right, Scooty. Yeah, he's just going to bring this down from a triple. Not going to mess around with any offset, dirty Tetrises. At least not going to force it anyway. He's got a dirty Tetris set up in column 10 right now, but a jaggedy stack here and running out of places for squares. Having to take some spins here, skims here. All right, Scooty in a little bit of trouble. He's taking a skim on the left side. He opens up that well, gets a long bar down to the right, and gets a Tetris 963. Colin with the 1291 contribution. SIDNEV's left side. A little bit of a mess here. A lot of gaps. We'll see what she's going to do. Can she survive this? And no, cannot survive. And we'll top out at 871. And Blue Scooty is good in game number 3. Scooty's got the max out, and he's got the win in game 3. And he's got a point on the board. GG's to both players. So yeah, very clutch dig from Scooty to stay alive. If he hadn't done that, the result might have been a little different. All right, let's get these players some pieces when they are ready. Cringy Baby says, I hate being on mobile because chat always spoils the outcome for me right before I see it. Well, don't read chat. It's a thought. It's just, just a little advice. All right, new pieces. A18C20 deck is the pin hero. Thank you, deck. Thought you were going to say don't be on mobile. You can be on mobile. I watch on mobile sometimes. A18C20. Although I like watching on my TV. That's my favorite, is casting it to my TV, or that's my favorite. Hemalizer with the 4 bits. Thank you. All right, A18C20, A18C20. Both players are ready. It is game number 4. SIDNEV looking to wrap this up right now. BLUESCUTI looking to win one to force a deciding game 5. Let's get him started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Jay in the window says, I haven't been here for a couple months. Why do the graphics look so professional now? I don't like it. No. I'm desperate. I'm trying to do anything I can to get bits and subs. And I think, oh, maybe if I professionalize this stream a little bit, people will be motivated. So if you want to go back to an unprofessional look, then be sure to support the channel. Which you can do on YouTube. Super chats are good. Super stickers are good. You can do it on Twitch with bits and subscriptions. Poyo can support the prize pool with the $1. Thanks, Poyo. You can also do it on Patreon at patreon.com/monthlytetris. Jay in the window is gifted 10 subscriptions to the Classic Tetris Monthly community. I bet you didn't know you were a community. Well, whether you like it or not, you're part of a community. 138 for Scooty, 138 for SIDNEV. Same line count. SIDNEV ahead by just that one pushdown point. Thank you again, Jay in the window. And K900 bit says, finish this, SIDNEV. So we got fans for both of these players on both sides. We have approximately 400 members of the BLUESCUTI family in chat. 192 for SIDNEV, 151 for BLUESCUTI. Flat long bar burn, Scooty. T for a burn. Gets a Tetris, 178. Tetris SIDNEV, 239. SIDNEV looking to lock this up right now. You don't want to give another game to a dangerous competitor like BLUESCUTI. Scooty is a previous CTM Masters event winner. SIDNEV trying to find something for the middle of that board here. Just going to take that L piece and try to bring this stack back down a little bit. Kind of LJ dependent in the middle, but gets a bar and a J. So uncover that right side and gets a Tetris, 317, and another one, 340. 238 for BLUESCUTI, 340 for SIDNEV. All right, Scooty is actually set up for a T spin tuck. Oh, doesn't want to, okay, finally gets the T and gets the spin tuck, ends up having to take a burn anyway. $294 for Scooty. Sets up a little overhang with that S here and gets the line spin on the left side of the board. 11 out of 10 line spin. I love him on the left side. 318 Scooty, 410 for SIDNEV. Another two Tetris is here for Scooty, 363. He's ahead by, 8 or 10 lines, back by about 60,000, somewhere in there. Now the lines are even, and Scooty's back by about 85,000, something like that. So always check for those scores when the lines get even. Tetris Scooty, 410. There's a Tetris SIDNEV 507. There's one Scooty 434. We're just about 17 lines away from the 19 transition. Scooty had it covered well and had to build out that left just to get to it. The left was significantly lower than where that cover was to burn it away. But builds up, gets it, and gets a Tetris 481. Tetris SIDNEV 553 aiming for another 600K transition. There is a Vitz set up resolved for SIDNEV, and the Tetris 599 takes a double into 19 for another 600K transition. Scooty has a covered well here, like 3 or 4 lines of garbage over the well, and uncovers it all by building out that left and gets a Tetris 537. SIDNEV set up for a Tetris there, column 8, gets it, 654, 564 Scooty. Both players on level 20. All right, Scooty setting up spin setups over on that right side, gets the spin. Sets up for a Tetris. Takes a skim. Skimming off a few pieces here, gets a Tetris 600. SIDNEV getting up a little bit high here. He's going to take a skim here. Another one with a triple and gets a Tetris 751. So Scooty back by about 120,000 points. Tetris SIDNEV 778. There's one Scooty 662. Tetris for SIDNEV 813. SIDNEV gets one. Scooty gets one. All right, a little bit of a messy board here for SIDNEV. She's going to have to waste a few lines to clear that away. That's going to allow Scooty to get back into a little bit. Scooty gets that Tetris 817. Now again, Scooty ahead by 8 to 10 lines, something like that. And SIDNEV sets up dirty and gets that Tetris 885. Oh, Scooty's going to use that bar for the middle of the stack instead of to get that Tetris. Gets a long bar anyway for the Tetris 886. All right, SIDNEV's going to set up, get another Tetris 959. Scooty 922. And just about 15 lines away from the level 29 transition, the speed will double. Tetris for Scooty 991. SIDNEV has the max out on 27. All right, Scooty taking a few skims here. Long bar over Tetris. He's into 29 at A34. Another Tetris Scooty. A70. Bringing this down. Has a tuck set up. Had to sort of down stack to get to it. Scooty set up. Takes a skim. And a long bar over for a Tetris. SIDNEV is into 29 at about B39. And here we go, SIDNEV setting up. No, she's going to bring this down a little bit back to safety. That left side was a little messed up, so she's just going to bring the stack back down and gets a Tetris B85. Scooty at B33. Tetris for both of them. B75, Scooty. C26 for SIDNEV. Tetris for Scooty. SIDNEV gets one too, C64, but she's got some gaps in the stack. It's low, so she's going to have to work on that. Scooty taking a stack, a couple of skims here. And he's actually going to kind of set up here And SIDNEV's going to top out at C72. And Scooty's in trouble. So Scooty needs something for the middle of this board. Is he going to get it? And the answer is no. And that is going to do it for Scooty. And SIDNEV is the winner of the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for August 2024. SIDNEV is your winner. You got bottles of tea. You got clothes. You got a fake trophy sitting on that desk right there. And you can see the emotion for SIDNEV. This is SIDNEV's 7th time in the finals. 7 times in these finals. I think SIDNEV has been ahead in some of these finals, maybe even ahead 2 games to none. It never came together until now. And now SIDNEV so happy to finally get this monkey off her back. I'm not calling Blue Scooty a monkey. I mean the monkey of not having won Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event. So finally, she will make it all the way through in a 3-1 victory over Blue Scooty. Junior says Blue Scooty is not a monkey. Confirmed. Thank goodness. Shout out was given to SIDNEV. Amazing. You know, it's about time. Yeah, as 9CCCCC says, it's about time, SIDNEV. Like, come on. We've been kind of waiting a minute for this to happen. Like, what the heck? But anyway, also let's give a big hand to our other player here, Blue Scooty, who had a great run, and of course Blue Scooty offline. But you know, of course, happy for SIDNEV. Everybody wants to win every month, but certainly Blue Scooty happy for SIDNEV as well, as all of our players are, I think. Great sportsmanship by all of our players. So amazing, amazing. Whew, man. K9 wants an interview. I'm down if SIDNEV's down. I also understand SIDNEV it's late. So I don't know. It's up to you, SIDNEV. If you want to do it, that's cool. If you can do Video Ninja, that's up to you. Either way is cool if you're tired and want to go, or I would love to interview you. So it's up to you. Or we can raid you. If that's the other option, is if we want us to raid you and you can talk about it yourself. I mean, that's, it's 5 a.m. in the morning for you. So it's up to you. Whatever you want us to do. So all of those are valid, acceptable options. And what a prize pool, everybody. I mean, you guys really came through on that prize pool like crazy. $3,480 into the prize pool. And so that's going to be nice. We're going to pay it out like right now. We're not messing around. We're not waiting anymore for the YouTube uploads. We're just going to do it. So yeah, got to the semifinals again, 3 months in a row. Finally able to bring it to take one down. Is this the prize pool record for a regular event? I'm not sure. I'd have to go on to Liquipedia and look it up. I don't know offhand. But anyway, all right. Well, yeah. Do you want SIDNEV? Do you want interview or raid? It depends on whether you want to talk to Vandy. Interview is okay. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe anybody wants to talk to me. I'm like the worst person. All right, it's gonna be. Can you do it? You can do it on your phone or your computer. So I'm gonna send you a Video Ninja link if that's okay. That's kind of honestly how it works better. All right. Let me go ahead and just get that set up and see if this works. God, please let this work. Nothing ever works. All right, I think that's that. And let me get to my interview page. And I think this is what I need. So if you click on that link, you can either do it on your phone or on your... It's in Discord. I'm sorry. It's in Discord. That is honestly the best way. Discord, it just doesn't seem to work for me. You need a password? Oh, let me send you the password. It's, I believe it's this. Should be that. Sorry. And then it won't be immediately ready. I got to set up a little thing. I swear I can get this. I've gotten this to work in the past. I swear. This has worked. All right, let's see if this works. And let's see. That is good. This is good. Well, classic CTM interview. I'm just waiting for the player to click the link. It's not my fault. All right. Okay, hold on. I'm going to copy this link and then I got to do this. Makes me do this whole thing. Okay. All right. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm gonna get this music out of here. All right. Goodbye, Flex Style. And I don't know. Are you? Well, we're trying to get the interview. Hold on. We're trying to get it. So let's see. Are you not able to? Is my camera showing? I don't see anything. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. Let's see. Video. We want video on. You need to. Oh yeah. You have to. Eric, I don't need you to diagnose what's wrong with Discord. I just know that this has worked for me in the past. So that this is not helpful. Okay, thank you. I just, yeah, all right. We might have to try Discord if we can't get this going. But yeah, you should have. Oh, there. Oh, okay. I see you. I see you. Hold on.
Hello.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay. We're going to get this done. This is working. This will work. All right.
Yeah.
Hold.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Hold on.
You can hear me?
Yes. Just give me 1 second because you're not coming out over what I want you to come out over. This is good. I'm an idiot, but we all know this.
That's fine.
Hold on. All right. So we want this to go. What is this? Okay. Hold on. The output destination needs to be this. Okay. Now say words.
Hello, good morning.
Oh my God, I hear you. Do you all hear me? Did you all hear? Okay, hold on. Video. Now where's video? Why isn't video coming up? I don't know why video is not coming up. Wait, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello? Wait, it was good?
You hear me, right? Here, say banana.
Sorry. Yeah, banana.
Okay, perfect. All right. I don't know why I can't see you, but let me do this. I'm just going to go to
I have
this.
my camera on. It's I can see it in the room.
You can see me?
No, I can see my own camera.
You can see your own camera. All right. I don't know why that is, but I'm just going to do this. We've got
Sure.
a picture of you here. We're just going to talk and people can hear you, and that's the important thing, okay? And they see a picture of you looking at your computer, which is the most important. All right. SIDNEV, you have won Classic Tetris Monthly Masters
Yeah.
event. It's your 7th time in the finals.
7 times.
7th time. And I was looking earlier, and it looked like it was your like 17th or 18th time in the semifinals. So
Yeah, I've played in a lot of CTMs.
it seems like you almost never miss one. SIDNEV, how are you feeling right now?
Of course, I'm extremely happy. Yeah, overwhelmed with emotion.
I've got to feel like we've been sort of on a journey with you. I mean, clearly one of the top players in the world for so long. And sorry, I'm getting a little choked up because I always get choked up in these moments when it's somebody it's like their first time and it's been going on for so long that they haven't gotten in and they finally get through. So I apologize if I get a little choked up because these things always get me. But I feel like we've been on sort of an emotional roller coaster with you. You've gotten to these finals so many times, and a lot of kind of heartbreaking times where maybe it looked like you had the momentum going in and then it just somehow didn't work out. Maybe it was a misdrop or maybe it was just kind of losing focus.
Yeah, my toughest loss was definitely in January when SV won. And I had that crazy match against Tristop. That was unlucky, and the next month I also got to the finals and I had to play Dog. And I remember I had 3 chase downs and I failed them all on 29. That was when I really just realized this is just a mental thing. I definitely have the skills. I can do it. I just gotta be the right place at the right time, I guess.
Yeah. So is there anything that you kind of did specifically to sort of get over that hump? Because I got to imagine it's got to wear on you after so many times, and maybe you start to even have self-doubt about it. I know I would. Is there
Yeah,
anything that
for
you did
sure.
specifically to try to kind of just get over that?
Yeah. So I was actually having my third session with my therapist now
Oh,
earlier today, and I was talking to her specifically uh, about this finals being today, and asked her for advice because I've told her all about my Tetris related issues and stuff.
yeah.
Um, and I also explained to her before about how in the CTWC qualifications of this year,
Mm-hmm.
I started off with a couple max outs, and then I went cold for a good bit. I really couldn't seem to get myself together. And after a couple minutes of me just really not playing well, my boyfriend Mesex came up to the stage next to me, and pulled me aside and gave me a good motivation speech and helped me clear my mind. And after that, I did a lot better in the qualification. So
Yeah.
my therapist was telling me well, clearly this helped so well this time. Can't you do that during the matches, during in between games maybe? So that's what I did. I was on call with the Xenophilius and Masex at the end. They were helping me calm down and making sure I was in the right mind space. So yeah, also a massive shout outs to them. They definitely helped keep me stable, I guess. I was definitely very nervous, especially in the semifinals.
Yeah.
But as time went on, I I managed to handle the nerves better and managed to just play more calm, and that I think that's what gave me the win in the end. Most notably in the chase down I had against Noah.
Right. Yeah, that was I mean that it was a really crazy match, and I gotta I gotta be honest, I was kind of like, oh no, I can't root for anyone in particular, although I always I always root for a good story, and I want people to just do their best. But when I saw you guys were sort of exchanging these early top outs, I was like, oh no, like
Yeah,
here we go again, like you know what I mean? And I was just
I
kind
gotta
of
be honest. I don't think I played very well. Definitely not as well as in some previous finals.
yeah.
But that's how it be sometimes. And this time I came out on the winning end, and I'll definitely take that. I've been waiting so long for this day. I'm
Yeah.
so happy that I finally got to win.
Yeah,
It's
if I
been
recall
really one of my life goals.
yeah, it's amazing. Now if I was looking properly, I think the first time you ever made it into the semifinals was in August 2021.
I think it was May 2021.
Was it May 20 to get into the finals? Oh, the semifinals. Yeah, it was May 2021. It's amazing how you people know.
I mean, I will always remember that because it was my first Masters, and I managed to play one of the craziest sets I had up until then, like B3 Remax outs against Stressed Up,
Yeah.
and managed to snag a win against him.
Yeah. So even then though, there was a little bit of a because you went it was like May and then July and then you finally ended up getting so that was against Nenu you ended up going out to, which is it wasn't that the month that Nenu won, didn't he? Like that was his he ended up winning, so that was a kind of a crazy month. And so kind of I don't know, I always think of this going back to May, back to 2021 and the kind of expectations being set, and so it's really just great to see you finally break through kind of these barriers that you needed to break through, and just a testament to persistence and just kind of persevering. Now I'm firmly somebody that thinks like people should take breaks, but you don't take a lot of breaks. Like you play almost every single month, and what is behind that? Is that something you just like the competition, or I mean you I think you've like Sir Mazer on that PDP thing like made some sort of calculation that you probably played the most and were the highest rated player even without having for 2023 even without having won one. So what is it that keeps you coming back every single month?
I mean, obviously, as I said, it's been basically like one of my life goals to win one of these events.
Yeah.
I must also admit, because I've gotten like to the semifinals so much, that I feel like I can get there semi-consistently, and just to be completely honest, that is a pretty nice paycheck.
Yeah. So
So that's also definitely motivation. But I do think that's also been a bit negative in the past.
yeah.
That I use that as a reason to like get myself down if I'm not feeling well. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I missed this much or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the end, it all comes down to just since day one that I got to like a Masters event the first time in May, I was like, yeah, I really wanted to win one of these. And of course, back then there wasn't any prize money either.
Right.
I feel like I'm trying to make excuses for myself that I'm not doing it for the money, but I think
Yeah,
I think
it helps
there.
in some way. I mean, and at the very like, I do think people should take breaks. I mean, we do like, for example, ALEXT's taking next month off. Even I mean, he was even with like he obviously had a chance to win 4 in a row, which would have been insane. But especially in today's day and age, but he was already planning no matter what happened to like take a break off. So I do think people should take breaks, but it's also a balance of like, well, yeah, I do like the the money that comes in, even if you just get fourth every time, right? So
I mean, there is also the fact that I don't really have much of a life outside of Tetris.
right.
I mean, I'm starting up uni again, so
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
I might need to take some breaks. I already I'm not doing the next season of CTL.
Okay.
But CTM is usually a low enough time investment that I can usually afford to just play in it every month.
Yeah, well, yeah,
But
it's like
maybe my practice will have to suffer a bit. So
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see.
because it's only really 2 broadcasts really, and those are like 2 to 3 hour, 2 to 3 hour. If optimistically, if you go all the way through, it's like 2 3 hour commitments in a month, so it's not that huge of a commitment. So that's what I do like about our format versus I think CTL is great, but oh my god, I mean just the number of matches you have to play is
Yeah.
like to me it's I wouldn't again I think it's great for people who are just like sickos and just want to play never do anything other than play Tetris, but like to me it's like almost too much. So well, it's good to hear you going back to university. I think people feel like that is a good positive sign. So you've won, and we've actually got a pretty healthy prize pool this month. I think just some of the excitement, especially of your going deep and getting into the finals, propelled some of the prize pool to get up there. The prize pool itself is up to basically $3,500, of which you'll be getting 45% of that. So I'm no university student, but I can tell
Wow.
that's some amount of money. That's not too bad. So when you get that first, that's a good amount.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I would also just give a huge shout out to all the donators. Of course, every single month, making the prize pool way bigger than it has any business being for how big the Tetris scene is, to be honest.
Yeah. Well,
But
don't
yeah,
say
it's
that.
just
Just say no. This is the appropriate size. This is how big it should be.
true. Yeah, I just want to thank them all. It's mind-boggling to me that they've stuck around all this time
Yeah.
and just given so much support to everyone.
Yeah, amazing. So in terms of this particular tournament, you were DMJ, tough opponent, but can be a little bit. It's hard to know exactly what to expect from DMJ just because he's so, he doesn't play all the time. And then you had Dog, and then Dengler, and then of course Scooty. So which of these matches do you think you had the kind of the most thoughts about, or you think you was kind of the most the one that you were kind of worried about the most?
Yeah, so typically every month my goal is to just make semis.
Mm-hmm.
And this month was the same. And of course, I had to beat Dog and DMJ, of course.
Yeah.
I don't want to down talk DMJ. That sounds rude. But like Dog is, of course, this Dog.
Yeah. Well, 2-time world
Um,
champion, was a finalist, last year
yeah,
at CTWC, and nobody's gonna say, "Oh, I can't believe she picked Dog as the hardest player."
yeah.
But yeah.
But like, yeah, I was quite worried, but also pretty excited for the match because I feel like I was pretty much in top form during that match.
Mm-hmm.
During around the time of that match too.
Yeah.
And Dog was also playing really well. I don't remember exactly what our scores were, but I think we had like a really good set. And yeah, I wasn't like that nervous for that specific match because it was Dog, so I was
Mm-hmm.
like, it's fine if I lose.
Yeah.
It's Dog.
Now, does
Uh,
it matter who you play? Like some people argue, well, this isn't really competition because like you're just playing Tetris next to someone else who's playing Tetris, playing individual games. Does it actually matter who you play? Like, is it like, okay, I can be this aggressive if I'm against this player, but I know this player has a weaker 29, so I can wait. Are those kind of thoughts there, or are you just like stacking and trying to score high and whatever happens?
well, the thoughts are always there.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a different experience going up against different players. Um, I think Dog is especially tough mentally because I feel like no matter what, if you top out before him, he will chase you down.
Right.
That's very scary to have to go up against.
Yeah.
But then uh, I've also had like, for example, against Dengler, not specifically this month um, because he did top out early twice, and I also topped out early once.
Yeah.
But um, I do typically have in mind like, oh, Dengler, he's the base specialist. He will most likely have the lead into 29.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to deal with that and try to just beat him on 29,
Right.
which didn't happen today,
Yeah.
at least for game 1.
Yeah, no, he kind of handed you a couple of gifts there in that game, which you're not going to be upset about getting those gifts, So,
Yeah.
but that is kind of in a way that's sort of kind of players do have their tendencies. So a player like Dengler, who can throw up a huge pace, but also if you watch, sometimes almost all his early toppers are that exact same thing, where he's just too high. And so there can be a little bit of chaos with a player like Dengler. Whereas, so I guess what you're saying is it does matter who you play. Like you do have to worry about your opponent's tendencies and strengths and weaknesses.
Well, yeah. I think a perfect player wouldn't, but
Right.
that player doesn't exist. So I feel like everyone does have to deal with
Yeah.
different VODs while playing different players.
Now, of course, you're known as a pace player as well, and I think we confirmed that you're like at least in the top like 2 or 3 of like 600K 19 transitions, and I feel like you've always been that super pace player. What can I ask? When did you actually switch to rolling? I'm trying to remember were you were pretty early, right?
No, I was very late.
Oh, you were.
It was like right before CTWC 2022
Oh,
that I like full switched.
oh,
Right before that was like my Twitch ban time, so I couldn't really play much.
right.
But I was practicing.
Yeah.
I think my first CTM with rolling was September 2022 when I played against Tommy with the 49 line cap.
Right.
And I PB'd in that match, I'm pretty sure.
It's amazing to me that you folks can remember all this. Like, I mean, I can't even remember what just happened. Like, you guys are like, oh, yeah, of course. August 2021, that second game against Dengler. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was there for all of it. I can't remember any of it. So you guys are always like super impressive to me.
Some things will just stick out in my mind. That set against Tommy I had was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Like one of my best matches ever, and I PB'd in it, and it was like right when I started rolling. So yeah.
So what is next? I mean, so you've kind of got this huge goal, like in your Tetris career, you got it. What's next? Are there live events? Are you gonna take a break? What is next?
Well, just because it's funny, I will try to keep up the pattern of B3B winners.
Good, thank you.
To be honest, I don't think I will be able to. But we'll see.
It's so hard nowadays. I mean, players are so good. I'm surprised that anybody ever wins even back to back. Whereas, like in the old days, there was like 2 good players, and they would just win all of them. But now it's just everybody's too good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll just try to do my best in the next CTM and probably the next one too. Like I'll keep playing.
All right, I don't officially root for anybody, but I am rooting for another back 3 back. Like if we could just, because all last year we had, that's the other thing that's crazy too, is we had 11 different winners out of 12 months, and one of them was not you. You know what I mean? And it was like, what the heck? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm mad at that too.
Awesome. All right. Well, any final words or shout outs you want to get out before we wrap this up?
I mean, just thanks for the support, everyone in chat. I'm a bit surprised with the way that I react sometimes, that there are still so many people supporting me, but it's always nice to see a lot of people rooting for me in chat. That also helps keep my spirit up. So yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on this one, and yeah, hope it's not the last one. I mean, I'm looking forward to, now that you're over this kind of thing, that there's like so many, maybe more. We'll see how many you can put up. So good luck with that.
See.
Well, thanks again, and congratulations again, SIDNEV.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, folks, that was SIDNEV, who is your winner for August 2024. It's crazy. I started to sort of wonder if this was ever going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because you see it so many times and you're just like, oh, you're just heartbreak after heartbreak. And yet on the other hand, I don't really root for anyone. So I always, you know, like I want everybody to win. And unfortunately, it's not something that can happen. But, you know, you got to I always have this kind of spot in my heart for people who've just been around a long time. They've paid their dues. And, you know, they've come so close. And so it's good to see another one of those situations kind of resolve itself. And now I guess we just need what? Now it's time for Tristop, I guess. Like, I don't know. There's a couple more. And then so yeah, Tristop and Miles. Yeah, Tristop and Miles are the next ones. But you know, after SIDNEV gets her 3 in a row. All right. Well, first, I want to thank everybody, including SIDNEV, all the players. You guys always put on an amazing show. Everybody who watches and, you know, contributes to the prize pool. Huge prize pool, $3,499.90. Just want to take a moment to call out, you know, everybody who contributed one more time: Jesus the Frog, Scott Gray, Corporal 381, Technorus, Jens Axbo, K9, Skip Logic, Agathis, Freezy Burn, Uncle Ungie, Game Scout, JD Turkleton, Arbaro, Quinn Culver, Biggie Mac 42, Tracy, Rogue Potato, Colin, Tom J, Abby Normal, Supdaft, Winter, Real Bland, NMC, Whoops, Burrito Dad, James, Powell, Reinbold, GS Cookie, and Poyo. Thank you very much for contributing to the prize pool. There was 1 million people who contributed to the bits and subs, and I was, you know, can be all that amazing. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. And super chats and super stickers on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. Also want to thank everybody who helps make this possible from a behind the scenes perspective. Too many people to thank right now because, you know, but you all know who you are. In fact, probably everybody in this chat contributes on some level, except for Colin. But the rest of you guys are all amazing. So thank you all very much for that. And I kid Colin. Colin is very, very helpful. So anyway, we will have, I will be launching the tournaments shortly, certainly by tomorrow morning. The tournaments should be launched. We are going to be making some changes that I think are positive over the course of the next few months. So hopefully you'll all bear with us as we do that. It's just a way to try to make this whole thing more sustainable and ensure that we can continue on every single month. And your support definitely helps that for sure. And so, all right, who should I be raiding now? So who's the actual raid? Doc, Pi. Who should I raid? Not Zempro? All right. Is it not Zempro? All right, I'll raid not Zempro. Okay, well, take care, everybody. Have a good evening, and I love you all, and good night. And congrats, SIDNEV.